You are now tuned in to the most dangerous podcast in the world, the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast. We lit.
All right, world. We back with the brother Lou. What's up? The brother Lou, originally from?
I'm originally born in Newark, raised in Elizabeth.
Nice, Jersey.
Yeah, downtown Elizabeth. Yeah, Pioneer Homes, man. Goes way back.
To the good old days.
To the great old days, bro.
I like it.
Everything was puro, you know what I mean? It was great.
That's a good word. The brother Lou is here representing Latin Bites NJ. Excuse me, the brother Lou is here representing himself and the company Latin Bites.
Correct. We're a little franchise going on.
All right, now tell me about the franchise, because I know you have the one food truck here, and everybody make sure you follow at Latin Bites NJ, LATINBITES NJ, and at Lou's Latin Bites TRK.
Thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, it was just something my wife's uncle started. He used to have another truck bike called Empanada Guy.
Okay.
And they just had a fallout. He started off the Latin Bites. I helped him out with the design of the truck. At that time, I was laid off. Okay. I used to work retail. I did window displays for like big box stores like Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's. I worked, I did that all my life.
Right.
So yeah, I worked with him and I saw the whole business of food truck, man. I said, shit, there's some money up in here, man.
Yeah.
And and I was kind of like thirsty to do it, and my wife was like, fuck no, don't you dare.
Right.
Don't, that shit is no
Because that's a big switch, right? Because we're talking about going from an artistic display career to flipping it into
it was totally out the box for me. I mean, I like cooking at home. I think I eat better than I cook.
Right.
But
don't we all?
Yeah. And so yeah, she was like, don't no te metan esa jodienda, you're fucking crazy. Yeah. We got the kids, the house, the mortgage, everything, life.
Right. Adult life shit.
And I was just really I was going through a bad point in my life because I got laid off. I was working with her uncle. I wanted to do the food truck thing. She was like, fuck no. And I'm like, damn, I want to do something. So I'm drinking shit, doing a lot of dumb shit. And,
We all been there.
And one day, I was on my Instagram, 2 a.m, drunk.
Yeah.
And Gary V comes up. Bro. And one thing he said, this fucking guy, he's, I'm not going to say he's amazing. I mean, it was just his timing was great for him.
That's what it is.
And he said, the type of people that hold you back from starting to do your own business and do your own thing is, number one, your family.
Message. Mostly.
Yeah.
Because they're, in a way, they're just trying to look out for you.
They're protecting you.
Right.
And I'm not talking...
Well, they think they're protecting you.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about in a hater perspective either.
Yeah. They're just
but,
genuinely trying to look
even
out.
your friends, like your friends, Lou, damn, yo,
they don't want you to fail.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I woke up the next morning and I called the dude up that was selling the truck and I said, yo, I'm taking it. Let's start it up. And I didn't have any money, by the way. Her uncle, I was fucking broke. I was off for a year.
We all been there. We all been there too.
I'm still broke. Shit. And and he said, Lou, here, borrow some money, get the truck, we get it wrapped, get the food in there and go. And I haven't looked back ever since, bro. It's been a blessing, man. Like sometimes I'm speechless when I look back to, when you look back at one point of your life.
Right. And how far you've come.
And how far you've come in such little time. This is only my second year with this truck.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I survived COVID. COVID came out and I said, shit, I gotta close shop. Se terminó ya, se acabó. The party's over. I gotta go back to retail.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we gotta revamp this menu. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because, sitting in a spot in Roseville Park under a train station, selling empanadas and Cuban sandwiches wasn't gonna cut it. So we expanded the menu.
Right.
Since we were all on the same boat.
Right.
All of our events got canceled, food truck shows, private events, everything shut down. Nada.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, just promoting and staying there every single day, the grind, it just paid off.
Just staying consistent.
Yeah, staying consistent.
And did you have to, at any point, like alternate your plan as far as, did you begin doing like home delivery or like plates?
We did expand to platters.
Right.
Now we started doing the pernil, the picadillo, bacalao asado on Fridays.
Coño, I haven't had a good picadillo in a minute, man.
Coño, man, I had picadillo yesterday, man. Pero no, the platters is what saved me because now you had the hospitals.
Right.
Then you had the police station, the fire department. At the same time, I gave back.
Of course.
That's one thing when it comes to like to charity and things like that.
course.
Politics, fuck that, no. Do it on your own. But when it comes to like the kids, the library, the sports, I give back.
Right.
Even to here,
Right.
I give back, You can't take it all in, bro.
No.
It's just not right.
No.
You
won't
gotta
get
give
nothing
back.
You won't
No,
get
you
nothing
gotta
back.
give
You won't
back.
get your blessings back.
For real, you gotta give back.
That's the perfect
And
word.
you're, I'm already blessed.
Right.
So you gotta give back.
Exactly.
So now, who came up with the menu?
I think it was more of a joint thing. We have this fantastic cook who she's very open to a lot of things and a lot of critiquing because I'm very hard, man. I came in to put my foot in that ass, and I told my wife's uncle, Roy, by the way, his name, I told Roy, listen, I'm gonna come in this game with you guys, but I'm really going in.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I go from Staten Island to Philly, I don't care where the event is. I follow the yellow brick road.
Right.
And sometimes I've gone off
Yeah.
where it's like, shit, this was corny or this event sucked.
Yeah.
But you know what? Again, being blessed, I would meet someone that say, hey, let me get your card. And the next thing you know, they're calling me
Yeah.
for their kid's birthday party or for their office party or corporate party.
Yeah.
So
even though the event might have been whack, you still made off.
I never had a bad day in my life
There you go.
when it comes to this business. Never had a bad day in my life.
Awesome.
Never had a
And
bad
even
day.
if you did, from the bag comes the good,
Yes.
Like
yes.
you said, you might
I
be at an
squeeze the
event.
good out of the bag. You know what I mean?
Exactly, where you
But
find
yeah, man.
the next event.
Of course,
You know what I mean?
of course. Everything happens for a reason, and then doing stuff like this here, just representing the smaller business because we count.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, COVID separated the big boys, the men from the boys, as they say.
Right.
It separated people and said, what are you gonna do now with yourself?
Exactly.
So it was almost like natural selection.
Yes. And if you stayed behind, you stayed behind.
Yeah.
I've missed a train plenty of times,
Right.
but COVID really pressed a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
COVID birthed a lot of hustlers.
Yes. A lot of entrepreneurship.
COVID made a lot of people rich too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. There was a lot of money exchanged.
And then like I said,
profits made.
yeah, absolutely. Like I said, with the small businesses, everybody's thriving.
Right.
And I think COVID put the regular person onto small businesses.
Yeah.
And people are like, wow, let's help these people out because fuck, Walmart's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Target's gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah. No
But
matter
it's
what.
the little guys, the pizzeria,
Yeah.
the bakeries, things like that. Those are the people that count, man.
Yeah.
And that's
Definitely.
the community people.
That's the
Exactly.
exactly.
That-
exactly.
that's when you walk in and talk to the owner and the dad of the kids working the counter.
Yeah.
When you go to Walmart, you're not
can't
talking
talk
to the owner.
You can't talk to none of the
Nah,
Waltons.
bro, no. You see these families grow.
Yeah.
Just in 2 years when I have my son working with me once in a while. Wow, your son got big. This, and you realize like, wow,
You've seen the progression.
you've seen the progression, and so is your customer.
Yeah.
The customer sees the progression. I think that's pretty dope.
That reminds me of the meme where the bodega son, you watch him grow and then he's selling you Dutchess.
Yeah. Be like, oh, wait a minute. I used to buy them from your dad.
Bro, let me get 3 Lucy.
Lou is from us. Now, Lou, you mentioned earlier it's a franchise.
Correct.
So
it's a
this
franchise.
is not the only truck.
No, we actually have 5 trucks.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's dope.
it's great.
5 Latin Bite?
5 Latin Bite trucks, and then there's a small restaurant down in Manalapan.
Okay.
Which again, COVID kind of kicked it in the face because the restaurant had a lot of tables,
Uh-huh.
but you couldn't find anybody to work.
Right.
Right.
So what Roy did was, you know what? The Chinos had it the best, bro. They had the best idea this whole time, and nobody knew.
Right.
You come in, get your shit, and get out.
Get out. Yeah.
And that was the best thing that Roy did at the restaurant.
Right.
He just put refrigeration, production, concentrate on the business of the trucks because we're mobile, and at the same time still do the Grubhub, the pickup, online ordering.
Right.
Right.
Because that blew up too during
Exactly.
COVID.
Bro,
Yeah,
Grubhub was
all that
making
shit
money.
took
Yeah,
off.
those people made a lot of bread, man.
Yeah, so
Lot
you
of
had to
bread.
be available on
Yes,
there.
correct.
And
Correct.
And also a lot of small businesses
Yeah.
grew from that too.
Yeah.
I mean, they take a chunk, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost 30% that they take. So, what? Yeah, it's a lot. 30%'s a lot. That's your
is a
profit
lot.
almost. You know what I mean?
But they
So,
expose you to so many people.
They expose you, and at the same time, what's great is that people understand if your prices are more expensive on Grubhub.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Then get your ass out of the house and come and pick it up.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
Right.
now at least they know where to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They know where to go.
And like you were saying earlier, when you entered the food game, you wanted to put, your foot in the ass. COVID came and put COVID's foot in a lot of people's ass.
Yeah.
You were either gonna hustle
Yes.
Or fold.
or you were gonna fold.
You had 2 choices.
Yeah.
2 choices.
Sink or swim.
Sink or
And if
swim.
you've been a lot, in the business 2 years, you've been in the business for the whole COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you had no choice but to hustle.
I had no
and make
choice,
it happen.
man. I had no choice.
So big congratulations
Yeah,
on that,
man.
brother.
Thank you, thank you.
Shout out to you. Shout out to the Uncle Roy for believing
Yeah,
in you.
big shout out to
You know
Uncle
what
Roy.
I mean?
Putting the
Man,
plug
he
in
was
the air.
man. He was calling me and I wouldn't pick up. I'd be sitting home in the
You were
dark.
dodging them and shit.
Yeah, no, I was dodging him. I didn't want to hear shit, man. I just went through something bad and I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't want to go back to that New York City and the retail
Yeah.
and the politics, the suit. I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this again.
Yeah.
You know,
And at that time, how much retail was even popping? Because if that was during
retail was
COVID time,
horrible.
everything wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was pre-COVID because when I started it was 2019. That's when so I had that summer
Yeah.
was great, but then COVID came March, April.
Yeah.
That's when it was like, oh, and March, April, May is when we start taking off.
Exactly. That's when you start gearing up for the summer.
And here goes my calendar, clank, 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 just deleting itself,
Yeah.
man. It was like, fuck.
So it was. You went through the test of birthing the business. You know what I mean? And
Correct.
the doubt, and the financial struggle.
Yeah.
Of, not having the startup money.
And you made it through the crucible.
And right,
Yeah.
and then you got it popping, and then you went through the second test. Like the universe had to test you twice.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see,
yeah,
like, you
definitely.
really
Yeah.
doing this?
Are you really serious about
Yeah,
this?
this is
Because
real.
you know what? That was one of my wife's issues. Oh, you're gonna like it for the first year, después you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't. In my heart, I knew I didn't have a choice, and failure was not an option.
Right.
But I understood where she was coming from because I always had a good idea.
Yeah.
But I never did it because I was comfortable in my retail game. Bro, my schedule was 7 to 4, Monday through Friday, tranquilo.
Yeah.
Come home, chill out. Fridays party up, Saturday party up.
Sunday rest
Sunday
up.
chill out,
Yeah.
go somewhere with the family, and Monday back to work. I had that routine.
Of course.
So those bright ideas never came into fruition because
You never
Yeah.
had to.
I never had to.
Yeah.
But this shit, I had no choice.
Yeah.
My back was up against the wall, and I had no choice. No choice.
You had to make it.
No, you're
Failure was
absolutely
not an
right.
option.
And,
No, failure was not an option.
And for all the men out there, you couldn't let her be right, bro.
Yeah, she couldn't be right. No.
So,
Let me ask you, how's wifey feeling now?
nah, she's loving it, man. I think, just the fact that we've been able to still keep, we never had a lavish lifestyle. But we like to do things.
Right.
We like going on vacation. You like the kids want to do shit. All right, cool. You want that? Like my mom, like, oh, don't ask me for shit.
Yeah,
before you go in the
yeah,
store.
yeah, yeah.
No me pregunte para nada.
Oh,
Okay, cool. But my
the trauma,
kids,
the trauma.
my kids want whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's like, I thank goodness that my daughter still had her little swimming thing going. My son still stayed in baseball. We kept him in private school. And we just moved. We bought another house. Thank you. Yeah, I moved out of Roselle Park. It was bittersweet, but it was just that time to
Yeah. Level up.
level up and just have a little bit more elbow room.
Right.
It's I moved from a town that where your neighbor's your neighbor. Now it's like my neighbor's like over there.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
And I like that. So it was just that time for
But
us,
look how deep rooted in that culture, in that environment that we are, that we even doubt the moving out of it to something that is obviously better
Yeah.
for everyone.
Absolutely.
But we always still second guess it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Should I do this?
Yeah, should I? You know what? I already did the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
And succeeded.
And my wife, again, her concern. Oh my God, are we ready for a bigger house, for a bigger space? I'm like, whatever you want, mama, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Let's sell this shit. We sold our house in contingency that we found something else. And, and I saw this house out in Martinsville. And I said, I like this house. Let's do it. She's like, oh my God, the mortgage. I'm like, oh my carajo, let's do it. And at the same time, this is how God works in funny ways. At the same time, she got a promotion from teacher to vice principal.
Nice.
So during the move and packing, she gets a promotion. Those 3 weeks in October were the busiest to date since I started my business. The busiest. Like I was booked Sunday to Sunday. And to come home, bro, it was insane. And then I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
She's packing and shit at midnight, and I'm coming home, packing and going out because I knew I had to go out the next day.
Yeah.
But we did it. And I told her, no, I'm not. How are we gonna move all this shit? I'm like, we're gonna hire movers. I'm close to 50, bro. I can't be moving shit.
Yeah.
My friends are close to 50. I'm not hurting them for what? Pizza and beer?
The
You know
usual.
what I mean? Those days are over.
Yeah,
No, so I
yeah.
said, no, mama, don't worry about it. We get movers, and yeah, you know, the money and everything comes into play. But yo, like I said, I feel blessed, man, and it's okay. It's okay. Just don't waste my time. You know what I mean? You spend whatever, but just don't fuck with my time. That to me is like respect my time. You know, that's one thing that I'm big on. I respect everyone's time.
This business, it's got to be like what, a 16-hour day, 18-hour day?
Actually, no, man, it's not, because I mean you work a lot.
Yeah.
But what the beauty is that the system we have at the restaurant, it's like this machine, this well-geared machine. I don't do that job. I don't have to go prep. If I sell 100 Cuban sandwiches tonight, I make a phone call, man. That shit's already made. I get it made and I go pick up. I don't have to go to this is the machine that we built together.
Right.
You know, we're all these 5 trucks, we have our commissary, we have our restaurant. Hey, you know what? I need 20 more bags of Cuban sandwiches. I need the next pack.
Yeah.
And that's why
what you doing, Lou.
And that's why I'm good at this
You're
shit.
applying
Yo,
these skills
it's
to
the
this
same.
job.
It's the same, man.
It's the same.
And and again, it's heart and hustle.
Yeah.
You know, and just not missing a beat. That's it. That's it, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you
Congrats to
guys.
man.
Thank you, and
That's-
I love what
that's
you got
beautiful.
going on.
Thank you,
I really
brother.
think this is dope, and thank you
Thank you.
guys for coming out here,
we
man.
want all the listeners to know and listen to this inspirational story the brother Lou
Yeah,
just
man,
gave us.
thank you.
Never doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Never
Absolutely
doubt your
not.
dreams and never doubt your feelings. Even when your loved ones are opposed to it or
Yeah.
trying to protect you,
Yeah,
sometimes
sadly.
you got to make that jump. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you got to
And-
pull the trigger, man, for real.
And hopefully everything works out for y'all as it did for Brother Lou. Again, congrats, Brother Lou. And let me ask you, what can we expect coming up next year, 2022?
2022,
Year
man.
3.
Year 3. I've been dabbling into thinking of buying another truck,
Okay.
then kind of seesawing with opening a brick and mortar, and then trying to maybe get into something else. I don't know.
Right.
Now
You know-
you have options.
Yeah.
Now I have options.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, the path is there. I just
Yeah.
gotta walk it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when the feeling's right, I know to pull the trigger.
Yep. You'll know.
You know, I don't know. There's options, like you said. You couldn't have
Yeah.
said it any better, man. There's options.
That's what's up, brother.
So it's
Lou,
really
man.
good.
Congrats,
Really
brother.
good. Thank you, man.
Well,
Thank you.
Everybody, make sure you're following the brother Lou at Lou's Latin Bites CRK and also at Latin Bites NJ. Come down to the food festival, get yourself a plate. I'm definitely grabbing me a plate.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah, it
sure.
smells
get
good out
some-
here.
Yeah,
It
what?
smells great
That's
out
what I
there.
was
And,
telling Killa.
yeah.
It smells
Brother
amazing.
Lou, we wish you nothing but
but the
success.
best.
Thank you,
brother.
gentlemen. I wish y'all the
Love
best.
to
And
the
thank
family.
you.
And
Thank you for
Uncle
coming.
Roy, shout out to Uncle Roy.
Yeah,
bro.
Big shout out to
Word
Uncle
up.
Roy, man.
For
Thank you,
sure.
brother.
Thank you, fellas.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Welcome world, welcome world.
Yes,
We're
sir.
back again.
Uh-huh.
Now we're sitting down with Jessica and Madeline of Dream Art Kids, and also Dream Art Studios
NJ.
Those are actually the Instagram names.
Yes.
So everyone, make sure you're following both of those pages. Let's start with Dream Art Kids. Can y'all tell me what's going on over there? What are y'all creating over there?
Dream Art Kids. That's like that came from like our own kids because well, at the time Madeline's married now, but at the time we were both like single momming, and our kids loved to draw and paint, and I was always more of a drawer in school. And yeah, we just did a lot of shit with our kids. Sorry, a lot of things with our
No,
kids.
Okay, you can say whatever
I
you want.
can say
You
whatever. Okay, we did a lot of shit with our kids, and ever since my daughter was little, we always like explored museums. Like we've been all over the place, exploring stuff since she was a kid. And we just said, I think we could do this.
So now, do you do that for other children?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do private parties, we do public parties. We actually just had our Halloween event
Oh, dope.
that we
Yeah,
do
we
every
do that every year.
Yeah, and
Congrats.
we come to your house, you tell us the theme, we set up a canvas with your theme, we come to your house, we set up for the number of people you tell us, and it's all fun from there.
Nice. And what are the age ranges for the children?
2 and up.
From like babies. Well, the cool thing is that we just started it as a business, but in reality, the past year we've been working a lot with the community. So we've been doing a lot of community events. Past Father's Day, we did like Father's Day, Daddy and Me, virtual because of COVID, obviously.
Right.
for DCPMP for the state of New Jersey. So,
Congratulations.
you know, that was really cool. You know, very unexpected, right? We said in the beginning of the year we wanted to do more community stuff and just, you know, have art.
We just want to bring people together with art.
Yeah,
right.
Basically.
Kids,
and that's something that's missing and that's been eliminated in the school system in the past couple of years.
There's no money for it.
Well, yeah, that's what they claim.
That's what they
you
tell
know,
you.
the money's
Of
going
course.
elsewhere. But the kids are being denied access to all forms of art, you know, including music programs,
Performing art, all of that.
Performing art, correct. Is there a chance of y'all, you know, kind of partnering up with a school and maybe making it a regular thing?
We're open to anything.
That's the ideal. You know, we just want to open up a space next year. And we just want it open to like kids all the time where they could just drop in, you know. They don't have to plan an event.
Where would y'all put it?
Yeah, where would you base it?
Union County. We want to stay within Union County.
We're from Elizabeth. So we've served a lot of families in Elizabeth, but we've gotten like contracts all the way up to like by MetLife, like Secaucus, like we've been all over Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how long has it been? Have you guys been doing this?
2 years.
2
A
years.
little over 2 years. Yeah.
So you guys made it through the whole COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we
COVID is
did.
when it amped up, right?
Yeah.
COVID hit and it
Oh, yeah,
was
'cause
like
you had
we
a-
went tunnel vision.
You had a lot of bored ass kids.
I had a lot of time myself.
And you know what it was? Also, a lot of parents didn't want to take their kids out to do
Right,
stuff.
Right.
So if they can bring the stuff
preferred
to them.
us coming to them,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we were dropping off paint kits like at people's doorstep.
Yeah.
That's
It
Do,
was,
do you create your own paint kits?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is hand drawn. Everything. So we could have an event with like 50 children. They're all hand drawn canvases.
And for all the listeners to know, the ladies have at their vending table art. Who drew this?
I drew and painted that one.
All right, so I purchased
So
a piece,
Show the camera.
and then
yeah, we have a team of jars and painters, but
Love is the answer, y'all.
that was for the kids. We did that one for the kids last Valentine's Day.
nah, this is the shit right
Nah,
here.
love is definitely the answer.
Love is always
Right?
the answer.
It's the hardest thing to do sometimes, but it's definitely the answer.
No, absolutely.
So everything you have available at your table, they can pick up at Dream Art Kids.
Yes.
yes.
They can pre-order it. They can pick one up,
Or they can sit and paint here.
or they can
Right.
sit and paint here.
Come on down.
We have everything set up so that they can sit and paint here if they want. Or they can take the kit home and paint it at home. As you said, we have pieces that are already painted and they can purchase here too.
Nice. Everybody make sure you check that out at Dream Art Kids. Get your paint kits, get your, what are these called?
Canvases?
Get your canvases. Make sure you're following this movement. Make sure you're exposing the children to art. You know what I mean?
That's the
Because again,
movement.
that's something that they're missing. And it's good that you guys are now giving them this access. And you know,
Yeah, that exposure.
you never know who you're gonna inspire. You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
nobody knows what they're good at, so they
No.
try it.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you don't
We've
get the
actually
chance to
had
try
people
it,
that say, "Oh, I can't do this. I'm not good at this," and then they sit down at one of our events and they're the ones sitting there for 2 straight hours. Just,
And they draw
And we've
masterpieces.
had all
Just
levels of
painted,
children.
yeah.
We've had handicapped children, mentally or physically. We've experienced it all, and it's cool because either they figure out that this is my thing or this is not my thing. And,
Right.
And we've had the benefit of some parents asking us to start like a summer program, so that's where we're geared to next. Because the summer is like they don't want kids inside the house on the
No.
iPad, right?
No.
On the
Yeah.
TV. So
Exactly.
we're starting a project. It's called Dream Art Kids. Well, we have a few names in mind, but it's a summer program, and it's like an 8-week program.
Oh, wow.
They choose their project, and we just walk them through the steps.
Oh, wow.
So by the end of the program, they go home, they take
yeah, we'll teach them
project.
different techniques and different styles of painting, and they'll go from there.
and
So it's
do
going to
they-
be somewhere where they can actually go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And,
kind of like a
No,
summer camp thing.
We've done events in local schools too, like daycares and stuff like that.
that's
We've
dope.
done grand openings.
Kind of like art camp.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Congrats, though. Sure,
That's
yeah.
dope. That's big right there. That's dope.
That's what we were talking to Killa about earlier. Everyone's serving and giving back to the community, and how much that's important.
Absolutely.
Again, to these kids and their access to these arts and stuff. And then talk to us about Dream Art Studios NJ.
So Dream Art Studios NJ, that's our adult side.
Okay.
So that's our
like
sip and
night
paint
side.
for
That's the Super Big
adults.
Fluids.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
a spin-off.
Right.
It was
It
just
was.
the parents saying, "Can
Right.
you do this for us?"
We've actually had some great events. We had a Cuban theme event. We had fritas with margaritas as well. We've done some awesome stuff for the adults too, and it's been a lot of fun. They sit there, they sip their wine or whatever it was that they brought, and they paint away and have a blast.
And definitely the parents needed that escape too, just as much as the children did.
Absolutely.
Especially during COVID.
They're probably painting and drawing their kids, driving them nuts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I have a busy schedule. I'm daytime, I'm a teacher. We have the business, you know, momming, and then all this other stuff I do. Painting and drawing is definitely what slows me down.
Yeah, it's like your therapy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very
And
therapeutic.
all of us need that, you know, that break and stuff.
Yeah.
Creative outlet. Yeah.
Especially if you throw some wine in there.
Oh, it makes the creativity just flow.
Yeah,
It flows right with the wine.
So if people want to sign up to that, they should go to @DreamArt Studios NJ.
Yes, that's for the adults.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't bring your kids.
And for the
not to
children,
not to that one.
it's DreamArt Kids. @DreamArt Kids.
Yeah, and that
Awesome.
one we do the same. We have a couple public events, and then we do private events. Same thing. You give us the theme, and we'll hook up a
run with
canvas
it,
for
really.
you guys.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm pretty sure that
They
a lot of
getting the money in the morning from the kids, and then they get the money in the night from the adults. See how that
right.
works?
Yo, but I mean, honestly, like, this started as an idea between me and her, but we've been blessed along the way, like meeting all these artists. Like, we've had the blessing of artists saying, "Who are you? Can we join?" We worked with a lot of cool, talented people along the way, right? It's been a journey. It's like
a great
we
journey.
took that leap,
great journey.
and like the dots connected.
That's all it is, though. That's how it always starts, as an idea. Because
Yeah.
this for us started out as an idea on the group chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're like, yo, let's do this. You know?
Yeah.
So,
I think podcasts are super dope.
I love podcasts.
Yeah.
But congrats on your success that you've already achieved. In 2 years, I'd let you know you guys have done a lot of big things already. Your community work is super commendable. What do you have? What can we expect going into 2022?
Well, we definitely got to kick off our art camp, right? And we just need a home base. So we're a traveling business. So,
okay.
You know, we just load up and go to you, but, you know, we're looking forward to setting up a home base where they can come to us.
And you got the summer program coming up.
And the summer program
coming out.
That's going to be in Union County as well.
Definitely. So congrats
We
on
have a
that.
Thanksgiving event for kids coming up too. We have a Christmas one too coming up.
Those are our annuals.
Yeah, those are our annuals.
Now, are these events like, do they have to sign up ahead of time or they just show up?
We do it by reservation.
All right, so everybody make sure you get your reservations early. Thanksgiving is
like
coming
she
up.
said, everything is hand drawn, so we got to make sure we have the right number of canvases.
A head count,
All right. So everybody make sure you're signing up ahead of time, you know what I mean? Make sure your kids don't get left out.
Yeah, man. Get them drawing.
Yeah, and to the adults, sign up for the DreamArt Studios NJ, get the sip and wine going.
Yeah.
Get the jobs involved, you know, some after work, happy hour.
Make it happier.
That'll be lit, for sure. Make sure you're following both pages. And ladies, much success to y'all.
Yes,
Thank y'all for
yes,
stopping
yes,
by.
yes. God
Thank y'all
bless.
for this piece. I'm definitely going to hang it up in the crib.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
We gotta take a picture of
Love
you with
is
the
always
canvas.
the answer, for sure. To all the kids out there. And thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Love
much.
is the answer, y'all. God bless.
All right, welcome world. We're back once again. Now we got the homies Walter and Danny here that represent the Cigar Bar. Make sure you're following at Cigar Bar 111 Brothers. Welcome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Arturo Fuentes.
Arturo Fuentes.
Okay.
And you got something called an Opus X.
Okay.
Very good smoke. Obviously, if you look it up, it's very expensive as well, but hard to find, but very good smoke. So I want to say Arturo Fuentes is my brand go-to. Yes.
Okay. What about you, brother?
When it comes down to me, it's more of like the local stuff. So I'm a big Nicaraguan. AJ Fernandez happens to be doing a lot of major grape blends.
Okay.
And he markets himself with a lot of other companies. So you're getting an AJ Fernandez blend with a lot of other companies, and it's just, he really does a great job putting that together.
And when you talk about Nicaraguan, bro, you're talking about a peppery smoke. So
Yeah.
it's usually more of the medium to full body cigar.
Right.
So it's a little heavier, but very flavorful.
Yeah, I like
Packs a
that
punch.
that hard punch in the face. Yeah,
And obviously where it's grown has a lot to do with the flavor.
absolutely.
And Nicaragua, like I know Nicaragua's in the Ring of Fire.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all that ash from like actual volcanoes and shit, it goes into you're actually
Into
into the
that's
soil.
amazing. That's
Right.
dope, bro. And I gotta say, man, to watch you guys talk about cigars, I could tell, man, y'all are passionate, yo.
Man, we love it.
I love that, yo. And that's what, honestly, that's what's gonna make your business go that much further, because y'all are passionate about it.
I appreciate that, and we
You know
hope
what
so.
I'm saying? Like the way you were holding the cigar, it's almost like you were talking about one of your kids.
Oh man,
You know, dead ass, yo, dead
I
ass.
look at a leaf every time I smoke a cigar. I look at a leaf, man, and I just say, man, how? And I think about the cigar roller. I'm like, man, you rolled a great cigar.
Yeah.
And I think about the flavor. I'm like, man, this thing pulls great. It's an accomplishment to smoke something like this, man.
That's
It's
dope,
great.
man. That's dope, man.
Now,
Very
for
nice.
someone like me who doesn't know, when you said earlier an expensive cigar, what would be like an expensive
An expensive cigar?
Yeah.
Wow, so there's really expensive ones out there, so you want to say an average expensive cigar? I'll go with that, and that would probably be like an Opus X. When I was talking about
Right.
Fuentes, so I just recently saw when I was a 20-year-old Opus X, a box of 20 goes for $1,300.
Damn.
Yep.
And you said a box of 20.
Box of 20, man. So
And you get
you'll
Opus X for about like $30 a cigar.
on
too.
average,
Right.
yeah, Opus X, a standard Opus X would go anywhere from $30 to $40 average. And you're talking about a stick, so you're talking about smoking a $30 stick.
Right.
I'm
Right.
smoking a $15 one right now. This is Oliva V Series Milanio.
Okay.
Very good
Dope.
smoke. Highly rated, but very comfortable, man. It's,
Yeah.
For me, I've built up a palate where this is pretty normal to me, but for some people, they like something a little bit milder.
Okay.
Or a little lighter, you know? But
Now I
this is
got a
what enjoy.
question. Obviously the taste is a big factor into what makes a good cigar. Does how could I put it? Like how long it burns, does that count as well? Like is that's a factor? That's a major factor to a
Yeah,
good
because
cigar?
it determines whether or not it's actually a long leaf. A long
Right.
leaf is going to burn all the way through.
Right.
And if they do it in parts, say if they use scraps of leaves,
Right.
it's going to break up. Like anything else, it's going to break up.
Oh wow.
So when you have a long leaf, you see that the length of that lash, and you're saying that this is definitely a long leaf. This is something that they took their time with.
Okay.
And you don't put cigars out, right?
No.
No.
You let them.
So there's a whole etiquette. That's a whole other podcast we have to do about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're talking about etiquette.
Like you don't
if
even.
you see the way I handle my cigar,
Yeah,
I don't tap it. I don't
No,
do
no.
that.
Yeah.
If anything, I roll my cigar
Right,
to break the ash.
Right.
Right.
Because it's more of a delicate process. You're not looking to treat it like a cigarette and
Right,
slap the
exactly.
ash
Right.
off, you know? So you want to kind of break it off.
Gently.
And you want to know when to do that. You don't want to do it too early as well, because what happens is that ash actually keeps your ember hot. Your ember is your cherry in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So you want to keep that lit. You don't want to dry off like right now out in the open.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to puff on this because if not, it'll die out.
Right.
And also, you can't light
It's a
it
rookie
with
mistake.
like anything, right? Like you,
Well, yeah,
you should
so-
be lighting it with something specific.
That's also a big conversation. So everybody likes soft flame. Soft flame being like a big lighter, something with a ember.
I was
Match.
gonna say, I heard that it's better if you light it with wood matches.
Matches,
Correct.
yeah. Matches or cedar sticks. We use a lot
Preferably
of the
cedar,
boxes.
correct.
Come with a cedar plate, whatever. You break it up into small pieces.
Right.
You light that up, and that's what you use to
Absolutely.
to light your
So,
cigar.
yeah.
That's a good classic way to do it.
Then you have the
Yeah,
It
torch
takes
there's-
technique though. It does take technique.
There's
I'm
cigar
not gonna.
etiquette.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw that in Hellboy.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Dude actually reached over. He's like, no. You do it this way.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you: when it comes to cigars, is there like a holy grail of cigars? Like a cigar that maybe is unattainable, or it's like super hard to find?
Well,
or
being
the
in
rarest,
the U.S., it's always the Cuban cigar.
you know?
Yeah, being in the U.S., it's unfortunate because, I mean, I love a Cuban cigar, but I love it more because you can't really get it.
Right.
And I think that's everybody. I think everybody.
The exclusivity of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that you can't put your hands on it that easy
Yeah.
makes it even more delicate. So now you kind of appreciate that. Like when I sit down, I'll sit down with a Dominican cigar. I'll smoke it regularly, whatever.
Yeah.
When I have a Cuban, I'm going to sit down.
There's a
nobody,
process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody bother
Yeah.
me. Like now I'm going to sit down and enjoy this.
That's
It's
dope.
not as easy to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you get that, you kind of want to make love to it.
Nice. I like that.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
you want to take your time.
That's like the 8.
Although I do that with every cigar, but
Yeah.
Cubans more.
Now, is there a certain connection between the cigar and what you're drinking or should be drinking at the
Absolutely.
time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, pairing is always a big thing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
They got magazines on this stuff.
Right.
I'm not that into it, but I do. For me, I'm a big whiskey guy. My brother is as well.
Okay.
He's more of an IPA guy, a beer guy, and so these all go hand in hand. You know.
Right.
It's something I think personally should be your opinion
Right.
because everybody has their own taste.
Right.
I
So-
can't tell you that hey, this pair's good with this, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like this got a rough taste. Like why
Yeah.
you smoking? But it really depends.
It's all on your palate. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how about the? I've seen this countless times in movies. I've seen people do it. They take the cognac, they dip the cigar. What's that about?
You dipped it it does take the bitterness away. I had a chance because he had told me about it earlier.
Okay.
And he told me that if you do dip it, try dipping it. He said try dipping it. And I did notice that the spicy cigars that I normally smoke,
Okay.
they do take the bitterness away. So now you get that, it softens it up a lot.
Do you have to give
So
it time to
if
dry,
somebody-
or
No, you go right into it.
Yeah, no, because I didn't see people just wait
Yeah,
and just do
no.
it and light
Right
it up.
into
Literally dip it, turn it upside down,
Yeah.
let it soak into the
Right,
leaf a little
right,
bit,
right, right.
and then take a quick light pull, and you'll see that it actually softens that blunt of flavor.
Right.
So it slowly introduces it into your mouth, and you can actually taste it little by little.
Yeah, it's more subtle.
And obviously you get your cognac or whiskey, whatever you choose to dip it in.
right.
Next time, give that a try. Actually,
Interesting. Yeah, no, I've never, indulged.
quick little thing. I actually read something on Arnold Schwarzenegger. He went somewhere in Mexico, I believe, and a Mexican guy showed him how he likes his cigars. And so he grabbed this little cedar, broke off, a little piece of cedar. He dipped it in tequila, I believe, and started spreading on a cigar and rotated it and spread it and rotated it and spread it and rotated it and then lit it up and then smoked it like that. I was like,
Damn.
so that's something interesting, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
something that he does, and he saes he does to this day.
Wow.
So Arnold
That's dope. That's
Schwarzenegger, he's crazy.
Cigar aficionado.
Yes, man. That's what it's all about, man.
Of, putting honey on a blizzy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to compare it, like
Listen,
connected to
with what you know,
yeah,
right? I love
exactly.
it. All right, listen, I'm down with it too, brother.
So I get the whole thing when they talk about the taste.
Yeah.
Same world, different streets.
Yeah, you're gonna take some hood shit and compare it to some distinguishable. This guy.
I wish my brother Black was here. He enjoys.
Oh yeah,
cigar.
Black, our boy Black, he definitely.
He would know.
He would definitely indulge with y'all.
more than us. But congrats to y'all guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate
How long y'all been doing it?
Right now, the small pop-ups, we've been doing this since what, July?
Yeah, July. So it's been.
Since July. So
Okay.
It's,
Oh,
it's,
so
it's
y'all
very
relative-
new to us.
yeah.
Yep.
This is all new.
So,
We
And
just
in fact, we weren't even into even giving this a shot until we had our place, our location. And Mike from
These cookies, yep.
These Cookies kept on insisting. He's like, you know what, you got to give us a shot. You got to give us a shot. And I'm like, you know what? We'll pop up. We'll see what's going on. And after the first one became the second, third, fourth, and we just kept on going from there. So, and I grew a passion for it because now I'm getting a lot more followers that I had no clue or
Yeah.
no way of even ever reaching. So, to have that now is a big deal.
network, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
huge
huge.
network. Build your network.
It's huge.
Congrats again.
No, thank you guys.
Beautiful
I appreciate
display
you guys.
over there.
Yeah. What y'all got planned for the future?
Obviously, to have our spot.
That's your brick and mortar?
That's our goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
goal for
we didn't even want to
2022.
open up until we had that. So.
The whole thing is, man, is getting a spot where we can do stuff like this, you know,
Right.
where we can sit down,
Right.
like men, like women,
Right.
and just say, hey, you know what's going on in life?
Yeah.
Tell me all about yourself,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it could be anybody from a business owner to someone that works for the city, man.
Yeah, it's a community that, I mean, anybody that likes a cigar, you already have something in common.
Correct.
So now you're already talking about whether it's the cigar or what you do.
Right.
It's going to always lead to what you do. And then once you start going into that,
Yeah. There's always a commonality. Yeah.
absolutely.
Then you're able to network with like-minded people.
Absolutely. And then carry on from there.
Dope.
Everybody make sure you're checking out at Cigar Bar 111. Holla at the brothers Walter, holla at the brother Danny.
That's right. Appreciate it.
Super congrats to you guys, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
stopping
thank you
by,
guys,
bro.
man.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward
Appreciate
to
you
it.
guys, man.
Nah,
and
for
big
sure,
ups to the
man.
podcast, brother.
Anything to help.
All right, make sure you're following at Cigar Bar 111 with the brother Walter, with the brother Danny.
Good
Again,
brothers,
congrats
good
to
brothers.
y'all. Keep doing your thing. Definitely keep with the pop-outs. We look forward to the brick and mortar, to the
Appreciate it,
location
brother.
in 2022. You know what I mean?
We'll definitely keep you guys up.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go into a cigar bar. Like actually, because I don't know, y'all ever seen the 25th hour?
No.
Never seen that movie? Well, they're in a bar and it's kind of like a cigar bar. And there's a back part of it where people go smoke the cigars. And it's in an old shaft, so all the smoke goes up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it looks dope as fuck. I'm like, I want to go somewhere like that and smoke a dope cigar like that.
We want to get creative too when it comes down to it, because when it comes down to the smoke, you don't want nobody to leave there all fogged up and smoked
That's the
up.
number
So
one
you want
thing.
the ventilation to be key.
Exactly.
But you want it to kind of look cool, comfortable, like you're walking into something like, yo,
Yeah,
this
something
is
dope. Yeah, something
this
real
is
nice.
insane. Yeah, like this is
the
a whole
ambiance
nother
has
world.
got to be right.
Right.
The, you know, selection of materials. When you look around, you don't want to see it cluttered. You want to just be, hey man, I want to just hang out.
Yeah.
These guys are like they're hanging out. Let's just hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Take a load off, relax,
what we
have
do,
a nice drink.
we'll keep you guys in mind.
Oh yeah,
listen,
I'll come by, yo. I'll come through.
We'll have to do it again, and we'll all light up.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever you got.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
At Cigar Bar 111, make sure you holler at them. Brothers, again, thank you.
Yes, man.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
stopping
you
by,
guys,
brother.
man.
Much
Thank you,
continued
guys.
success to y'all.
Yes,
I appreciate
it.
that very much. And same to you guys, man. Hopefully everything
Blessings,
works out
bro.
good.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Welcome world. We're back. Now we got the brother Zach of
right.
Steady Smoke Barbecue. Welcome, brother Zach.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
How you
I'm a little
feeling?
tired, but been here all day. I'm a little tired, but
Busy day, huh?
we're rocking and rolling. Food smells good, so it's
yeah.
what matters to me.
Exactly. That barbecue smells amazing. What time you been up since getting ready, like prepping and all that?
Started prepping about 9 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Started making the fries, the potatoes, the coleslaw, stuff like that. We got the chicken going. We still got more chicken to cook.
Right.
Nice.
And probably as soon as I get away from here, it's time to light the last batch of
Everything
chicken.
homemade. Everything.
Yeah,
handmade.
we use the Killa seasoning, and I call it Killa chicken. So
Yeah. Nice.
people seem to like it. So
Yeah,
I'm happy
no.
with that.
We're definitely fans of
Oh,
Killa
yeah.
and the Killa seasoning. So congrats on that. That's,
you.
We got to
Yeah.
go over there and get some
Uh-huh.
of that chicken for sure. How long you been at it?
Hey.
About 5 years now.
Okay.
We actually started. We met Killa. He was starting an event. He had an event planned here, his first charity barbecue.
Okay.
And he didn't have anybody to do the barbecue.
Oh,
And
okay.
it just happened to be 3 weeks before that, me and my friend, me and the guy, that started the company, we bought a bunch of seasoning. He's like, why do you need, we need 30 pounds of seasoning, And he's like, oh, what do you guys do? We're like, oh, and we told him we're doing a, pulled pork party and we were going to smoke in our backyards. And back then we had, 5 different contraptions and everything else. And ever since that, though, it's rolling. I mean, I bought that trailer just because of him. And because of how popular it got.
Wow.
We did the charity thing. People, first year with him, people were happy with it. We did it the second year. You have business cards. What, could you guys do private events? And we're like, instead of running 9 different little smokers, it was like, maybe it's time to expand.
Right.
And then COVID hit. We bought the trailer and then COVID.
Right.
It was like, oh my God.
That's been a
that's-
common theme.
I was gonna say that
amongst
seems to be a
all of
running
us,
theme
and
today.
it affected us as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, Killa does a great job though. He brings everybody together. He helps set up stuff like this, and
Right.
it's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were able to overcome the COVID and bounce back.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm rocking and rolling, so
Right.
I don't owe any money on it. It'd be nice to get my money back for it, but
Right.
I don't owe any money on
Soon
it.
enough,
so it's not
though.
like
Soon enough.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for the green light for everything to open up, and
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be hitting the road.
God, I hope so. Maybe you'll see me on TV, real TV,
Yeah, absolutely.
One of
Fingers
those
crossed.
championship things
Absolutely.
would be nice.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Now, who's the chef? You?
Yeah. Me and my partner. He couldn't make it today. He's got, family stuff going on, so he couldn't make it today. But
And you were always into cooking?
I'm into eating.
Or
Yeah, that's
But,
another running theme
I'm
here.
into eating, so I'll spend the time and effort it takes
Right.
to make. I'll get home from work my day job, 7 o'clock at night, and I'll still spend 3 hours to make myself a nice dinner.
right.
That's
Because I
awesome.
like to eat a good,
A good meal. Yeah, absolutely.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. And you deserve it, shit, after a hard day at work.
Yeah, and and I have no problem putting the effort in to make food and everything else. So
Right. And who taught you how to cook?
my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to Pop Dude.
Yeah, my
that's
dad taught me how to cook. You know, my mom wasn't a big fan of cooking, and after I learned how to cook, he taught me how to fry eggs, and they had to buy a step stool so I could reach the stove.
Oh wow, that long ago, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then you know, I was the only guy in the foods classes through high school. I'm like,
Right.
no, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not so much the cooking part, but I like
The eating part, yeah. And when you make it yourself, you know the quality and the time and the effort that
exactly.
went into it. So now you're applying that mentality and that principle to the food you're putting out to the public.
I'm not gonna serve anything that it doesn't fit the standard. It's not good. It's
right.
You know, and I have great help too. So I mean, I got great, you know, guys that work come help. They come out, you know. It's a Saturday. You know, it's your day off, so to speak, from work. And
exactly.
Nope, we're coming out. We're gonna cook.
Gonna cook, gonna eat.
That's dedication right there.
Enjoy the day. That's nice.
Yeah.
And it's a family affair, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Not really. No, it's a bunch of friends. And
okay.
we all do it. We make it. You know, we make some nice money on it.
And you enjoy it.
Yeah. And we enjoy it. You know, and we all have leftover. You know, a lot of the time there's leftovers to take home. So
Right.
it's like, all right, good. I don't have to buy food or cook food for the next couple of days. Like I got good food to eat.
Awesome.
And it's just the one truck right now?
It's just the trailer right now.
Yeah, the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
the truck's got nothing to do. You know.
No, yeah, I meant the trailer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just the one trailer now. Hopefully, I can get a truck. But
Right.
like I said, when COVID hit, it was like, okay, yep, no more spending money on it.
Yeah.
Put the brakes on everything.
Exactly. It slowed everything down. But like we said, you were able to bounce back. You're still out here now. This food smells amazing.
Yeah.
Partnering up with Killa, that's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
You know, good.
I honestly, Killa started. So if it hadn't been for Killa, Steady Smoke wouldn't exist. So
That's
Shouts to
awesome.
Killa, man.
Yeah,
Shouts to Killa.
man. See, I didn't even know that. He's so humble. He never even.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's inspiring, you know. And I'm glad you took the ball and you ran with it. You saw that opportunity.
People started asking, and it was like, you know what? Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
And it became to the point where it's like, we can't do this in these little tiny things anymore. We need something bigger.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm buying a trailer.
Exactly.
I called a place that makes them. We had that custom made for us. So
Nice. Look at that. And what all can someone expect on the menu if I was to walk up there right now?
right, just because limited time and the season, I'm just doing chicken right now.
Okay.
I'm doing whole chicken quarters. We got our we call them crack fries.
Okay.
They're roasted potatoes, but you can't just have one. So
Yeah.
we call them crack fries.
Crack fries.
And then
Awesome.
we have our coleslaw.
Nice.
And everybody's always like, you have the coleslaw, you have the coleslaw. We have the coleslaw.
See, I'm a big fan of coleslaw, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go check that out, man. Hey, Zach, congrats, man. That's
Yeah,
good.
man.
That's a
But
good
I mean,
thing.
normally, we do brisket, turkey. I mean, honestly, you name it and I'll cook it.
Right.
Nice.
So
And that's, you smoke it yourself?
yeah,
All right. That takes a minute, right?
the chicken not so much is why we're doing chicken today.
Yeah.
But I mean the pulled pork, brisket, stuff like that. We're cooking it 14, 18 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're out here. I mean, and we don't. There's no gas. There's no electricity. It's straight hickory logs and
Right.
charcoal. And that's
dope.
it.
That's amazing.
And who taught you that technique? Your dad?
I was in the military, so I ate a lot of barbecue when I was down in North Carolina. And come up here, there ain't no barbecue.
Right.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So I always did it in my backyard. I had a little smoker in my backyard. I make myself pulled pork on it, stuff like that. And then that's how I met Killa.
Right.
And we would literally load up we would borrow the van from the company we worked for,
Yeah.
load it up with our little smokers, drive it here, and unload them all, run them, and everyone, you gotta stand there. Everything was charcoal,
Right.
wood chips, and then we got this, and we just run logs through this thing, so it's so much
nice.
easier.
Yeah, more convenient, yo.
Again, congrats on seeing the opportunity
man.
and being able to combine it with something that you already enjoy
Yeah.
and sharing it with the world.
Yeah,
No,
man.
I love when something. Oh, that food was so good. it puts a smile on my face. You know, when somebody comes up and says they like the food.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As a foodie, you always appreciate
because
it.
that's
It
something
puts
you
a smile
created.
on my face,
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Oh, awesome, brother Zach. Thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
man. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate you guys.
Shout out to Steady Smoke Barbecue. Good luck in the future.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I'm ready for you to hit the road
man.
and wish you much success.
Hopefully, sooner or later, I'll have a brick and mortar and we can go on from there.
Absolutely.
Awesome,
Let us
man.
know when you do.
You know, good barbecue in Jersey is hard to find.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Let's
Especially,
continue success, brother.
Absolutely. Take care, Zach.
Take care, man.
Welcome world. We're back once again. Now we're sitting down with the brother Mike and your lovely wife.
Yep.
His lovely wife Diana. They are the owners and founders of D's Cookies. Make sure you're all following at D's Cookies. Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, how are you?
Pleasure to have y'all here. Talk to us about D's Cookies. First of all, what inspired the name?
Yeah. Well, D is for Diana.
All right.
I enjoy how we call the short, Diana. So I always call it D and everything else. So with the cookies, it just went hand in hand.
Right.
So it just came up, and I don't know. It sounds catchy.
It's something we started with, and it just kept going. So.
And like we were saying off mic, the connection to the common, the funny fucking hood shit that we all grew up with. I don't need to say it, but that's the connection right there. So you always been chefing up cookies your whole life?
Not my whole life. Actually, I started last year baking cookies. I also do cake pops, but that's mostly on the side.
Okay.
But we started last year. My family has a big sweet tooth, so it's something we just started making, and it just got bigger and bigger after there.
Were you originally just making it for the brother Mike?
That's what it was. I'm a fucking fat ass. I love to eat. Yeah, I'm always in the city. I travel all over, and I'm always taking pictures of food and everything else. I was like, yo, you know what? I want some cookies, and we don't got no cookies by us, nothing like that. So I said, yo, let's try this. Just made it just bigger. I said, yo, let's add some flavor. Just made it bigger and bigger, and it just got to this level. Hit them up with some friends, everybody else. They looked into it, everybody loved it, and that was it. It started taking off little by little. I was like, yo, you know what, fuck it. Do a social media on it, and it just took off from there. We've been doing it for like about 8 months?
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
8 months, and we actually just signed our lease to our new location out here in Union, New Jersey.
Okay.
And
you have the address?
it's just not we have it. We won't open
It's
till
not
like
official.
about.
Like,
we
it's
won't
not
open
open
till
yet.
we won't open till I'm thinking January, February.
All right. Awesome.
So it's here in Union.
Okay.
So
Keep a
D's
lookout.
Cookies,
D's Cookies?
is coming
Yes.
soon. Yeah.
All right.
Everybody be on the lookout for these cookies.
Absolutely. The official location launching, and you're coming up with like the combos and shit. Like you're throwing.
No, honestly, it started off with just a chocolate chip cookie. Then I was like, yo, let's add some cereal. Let's do the Reese's. Let's do this. Let's do the Nutella. And then we just,
Little by little, we just come up with different combos, and we try it out, and it works. So it goes from there.
Who's the guinea pigs? You?
Oh, definitely. Hands down. I'll try everything. I don't care. I have no problem. We were just actually making banana walnut. We were actually just trying that out. You know what I mean? So you got to experiment with it.
Hell yeah.
We got a big one. It's a snickerdoodles with dulce de leche.
Oh, nice.
Yo, it's just like we're almost sold out already.
Hell yeah.
We only been here for what? About an hour and a half.
Congratulations.
And it's good. Like everywhere we go, the media, everybody comes through. It just shows mad love. There's a lot of support with us. You know what I mean? Like everybody comes through. Yeah, it just it's been going great so far. Just keep pumping out cookies.
Yeah, keep coming up with ideas.
Everybody loves cookies, man.
Hell yeah.
And they ain't small either.
Yo,
5 ounce cookies right there.
I think with 2 of these, it's like breakfast.
Yo, people ask like, yo, what do you got in your cookies? Like, we put a little bit of steroids and some crack in it. Because everybody comes back.
Everybody actually says that
yo,
I
you
put
got
crack in the
crack.
cookies.
Because everybody just come back, they're addicted to it. I'm like, yo, they just love them.
Yo, for some reason I eat cookies like mad late at night. Like at 2 in the morning for obvious reasons. At 2 in the morning, I'll be like,
so you hit us up.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, look
You
at
don't
this.
want him to call you at 2 in the morning.
No.
I'm
You
just-
hit
Send
us
us a
up.
message,
Nah.
and then we'll respond the next
Exactly,
day.
but look at this cookie though. This is gonna hold me down for like 2.
You know what that's gonna sound like?
I'm talking shit.
But I'm
I'm talking shit. It's gonna hold me down for 2 nights, but then tonight I'm gonna be dogging this whole cookie right because this shit looks amazing. What is this one I have here?
This is a funfetti. Tastes just like a birthday cake.
All right, boom. That shit looks banging. I see like some marshmallow or frosting
Yes, it has
inside of it.
marshmallows. And this one is cookies.
Cookies and cream or chocolate chip?
No, it's Oreo.
Oreo, and then I got the super chocolate chip right here.
That's
Damn,
it.
motherfucker
That's the
crazy.
OG.
Nice. Those are all 5-ounce cookies. I mean,
They're
you can't go wrong with them. 5 ounces.
They're awesome.
Man, they got
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody make sure you're following at these cookies. Be on the lookout for the brick and mortar location.
Right,
And then
Yes, please.
you also say you do cake pops on the side. Is that going to be part of the store now too?
Probably something I'll work on, but so far right now
But
it's
right
just
now
the
it's
cookies.
just all cookies.
Yes.
Big fan of cookies right here, so sign me up for every flavor y'all got. Do y'all do like
We have about 25 flavors.
y'all do like box?
Yes.
Oh, we do catering.
Half dozen, mix, same flavor,
We've
whatever
done
you
weddings,
want.
birthdays,
Catering,
birthdays, everything.
we do it all.
cater, we do all
So
the
you
events.
also do private events. You do
Yep.
deliveries nationwide,
We
worldwide.
haven't shipped a single cookie yet, but they have traveled the coast already. We
really?
don't ship them personally, just because I don't have the time to actually do it. So customers actually, they'll pack them up.
Right.
They've been to California, Arizona,
Ohio,
PA, Florida.
Florida.
They've traveled to Chile, Canada,
Chili.
Peru.
That's awesome. For 8 months in existence, you know what I mean? Lighting up the fire. For 8 months in existence, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yo, your
for real.
cookies have
Yeah, all the
traveled
love
worldwide.
we get is
all love.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's great. And
Yeah, it's the product.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
just
it's
gonna
a
say
testament
deserved,
to it's
yeah.
a testament to the
Because it ain't
product.
my good looks. It's the product. The
they
product's
did them.
good.
They did them. Nah, awesome.
You gotta love what you do, so
Exactly. I look forward to eating.
Oh no.
you pop it in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Oh
and
my
it's
God! I
like,
didn't even think of that.
Look, so that's the biggest thing, is that we bake everything this morning and we bag them up today.
Okay.
And now you're getting at the events. So they're fresh today.
exactly,
They're
damn.
fresh, but ain't nothing like having it right out of the oven 20 minutes. You
like
know
the
what I mean?
Nutellas,
So
you
that's
open
why
it
we're like,
and
you know
it's
what?
Like basically mush.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the brick and mortar. We want people to come in and we want them to have them fresh 20 minutes out where it's still warm and it just falls apart. That's the best way to have it cooked.
That's our thing. We want the customers to taste the freshness of the cookie.
Right,
I don't
right.
want to be like, okay, you're gonna pick it up in 2 days. I'll bake it 2 days before.
Right.
No.
I got an
Same
idea
day.
that we'll talk about off air. To that.
Cool.
To
Definitely.
that.
It's cool.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this cookie, yo. Everybody, make sure you're following at D's Cookies. Holla at the brother Mike. Holla at the
Yes.
brother Diana. Get your cookies. Get your box, 12-ounce package, 12-pack, 25-pack. You also do private events. They got the brick and mortar coming, so be on the
right.
lookout for that.
Look
and
out.
much continued success to y'all.
Absolutely.
The best of luck to y'all. Word. Definitely. And again, I look
this guy.
forward to. Where's the camera?
He can't wait to get home. This
You
guy
gotta
can't
check
wait
out
to
the
get home.
camera. I'm killing this later. Brother Mike, thank you, bro.
Yes, thank you, my brother.
Appreciate it.
Dana,
Much continued
Thank
success.
you.
thank you.
Thank
A
you, guys.
pleasure.
Thank you so
continued
much.
success.
Word. All right, welcome world. We are
Yo.
back once again.
Uh-huh.
Now we are joined by the brother Ness and the young king Rob
That's right.
of Pucker Punch Coffee.
like the
Welcome,
name,
guys.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here, guys.
Everybody, make sure you're following at Pucker Punch Coffee. Make sure you tune into puckerpunchcoffee.com. Go check out the menu. Now, you said you're a digital roast.
Yeah, we don't have a storefront. We're 100% digital roast on demand. Our goal is to bring the freshest coffee humanly possible to your doorstep with a conscious of the environment.
Okay.
Not sure if many people know, but coffee is one of the crops that are deforesting South America. A lot of the exporters will buy out land, basically harvest it, the soil goes to crap, and then what they do is it's a water process. What that means, there's 2 ways of getting your coffee to you. You ferment it under water wash, so it has all one profile and it's all the same, whether it's Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks in Boston or California, it's all the same. With that, you waste 40 kilos of water for 1 kilo of beans. We think that's a big deal because these farmers don't have the luxury that the exporters or distributors have to be able to pay for a water processing plant. So what do? Without them realizing? Their bread and butter is agriculture, but they're dumping this dirty water in the rivers, and it's messing up their bread and butter.
Exactly.
So we're focusing on natural processed coffee. What that is, it allows the whole coffee cherry to dry under the sun. Coffee was discovered in Ethiopia, where water scarcity is a big deal. So the way that we're able to do is they would ferment the entire cherry under the sun. A little bit of water is used. And what they do is that water, it's not contaminated because it's used for a short amount of time. That water is repurposed for irrigation. So then the crop lives off the same water that they're doing. We only do micro batches, and they get flown in on a plane. Micro batches means no more than 50 kilos in a sack of plane, not in a container. The coffee that we get, not only does it get washed and it pollutes the water and it deforests our land, but it stays in containers for up to about a year in a warehouse, another year. Right now with COVID, we have a bunch of supply chain issues.
Right.
Containers hanging out in the ocean, and that coffee is building up mold.
Right.
So when it gets in, it's going to be sprayed with moldicide, bagged, and then put in a ShopRite or Whole Foods for you to buy it. So what we do is we got direct trade with the farmers. We buy it from them. We pay whatever they want us to pay plus the shipping to get it in the plane to us ASAP.
Right.
This evening we had 3 different types of coffees that were harvested May of this year, May 2021, mid-pandemic. We got them flown in. And that's the idea. Everything's green in a temperature controlled room. And we don't roast until the order is purchased. So we got green beans, natural processed. We don't roast until it gets actually purchased, and then we ship it to your house. That's the plan.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I like the element of. First of all, I find it terrible that there's a possibility that people may end up drinking this contaminated coffee, this molded and sprayed coffee, or even if it doesn't mold and you're drinking 3-year-old, 4-year-old coffee, that's also terrible. So I love the freshness component of what you're bringing, and I for sure know 1,000% it gotta taste mad better than anything else.
Yeah.
But I also like that you're supporting the farmers themselves, the small businessmen.
Right.
Getting it direct from them and then bringing it directly to your customers.
Right.
As opposed to these larger corporations that are doing what you said with the deforestation and the pollution and stuff.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that element of the coffee. And I'm glad that you're teaching that to the young king, young Rob, letting them know that that's the right pathway and the right way to move in correlation to, protecting Mother Earth, because a lot of companies aren't even caring about that. And a lot of people don't even give it much of a thought. Now is that we're seeing more of an awakening of people wanting to protect it.
Not only that, when we're gone, who's going to inherit
Exactly. So I like that that's the top one of your top priorities for the company mantra and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So definitely everybody make sure you support that. Y'all got some coffee brewing over there right now?
We were backing up. If y'all want some coffee before I leave tonight, I'll get you some fresh pour over coffee. I'll hook you some.
We love that. Definitely I want to try it because if you said it's from May, the coffee, right? Like that's how fresh it is.
Yeah, May 2021 it was harvested. It got through the process, the quality control, thrown into a plane and shipped over.
I've never had the freshest coffee.
And then these beans that we brought for this evening, 2 of them we roasted last night, and the other one was this morning. And that's really taboo in the coffee industry, just so y'all know. So the specialty coffee, when you roast, they recommend that you let it sit for no less than 48, 72 hours. And don't put it out to sell till about a week after it's been sitting there. But if I'm in the farm, I do it like the way the farmers do. They got the luxury of having the freshest bean there. And when they QA it, they roast it, they taste it, it's good, and then they tell the company that's good to go.
Yeah.
It's not until they get it, they try to tweak it, make it special, over-roasted, under-roasted, and they play with the flavor profiles.
Now, Brother Brother Ness, you seem to be very well versed in coffee.
Yeah.
Like, did you study coffee? Did you go back independently and just research coffee?
So the luxury for me is I was born in Cali, Colombia in 1983, so coffee has always been part of my family, right?
Yep.
So I've been a big coffee consumer my entire life.
Right.
It wasn't until my partner in crime, my wife, Maria Paula, she was working for a company in Colombia, and when she got the 411 about what was going on in the industry, we saw an opportunity to get in. So we did a trip over to Colombia in this place called Tolima, where they basically have wild coffee grown all over the mountains. We got in contact with a couple of farmers. We asked a couple of questions. They say, here's how much. You guys worry about the rest. And that's how we did it. Now, all the knowledge that I have is me penetrating the industry. So if I wanted to become a roaster, I needed to rub elbows with roasters. Royal Coffee, Royal New York, they're the big distributor here. They have a roasting facility and a lab in Edison, in New Brunswick, right there in the cusp. So I took classes there. I met up with that crew. I worked at a couple of local coffee shops that did their own roasting to get to know the industry. So this side of it, I'm only 2 years young. But I'm 38 and I've been consuming coffee. I think you give coffee to a hyperactive kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Here they give you Ritalin. In Colombia they give you a little cup of coffee with a lot of sugar, and then that's enough to calm you down.
No, facts.
That's awesome though that you took that passion and went back and actually did the research and the knowledge to truly understand it from, conception of the seed to cup.
To the cup, yeah.
And the idea is to really break up the industry. The farming industry, like when it comes to like making profit, a lot of people will cut corners to maximize their costs, right? Or minimize their costs, maximize the revenue. And that's not what we want. Like the cannabis industry is going through that. The microbrewing industry is breaking out of the mold. So microbrewing is what we're doing to the coffee industry. Microbrewing did it to the big brewers, right? The big cannabis industry, where they're putting plants in the dark environment to stress the plants, to get more, trichomes, to give it to people with anxiety. You're giving an anxious plant to an anxious person. Coffee, the reason we get the jitters is because it's got mold, it's stale, it's got other chemicals. So if we're going to put something in our body, we got to know where it's coming from, what's it going to do, and then make sure it's of high quality.
That's revolutionizing an industry. And a second ago, you said something about rules of coffee.
Yeah.
These are like antiquated rules that have just been set by...
I would say they're pretentious ideology around making profit out of coffee. Right? Bottom line is, when you cook dinner and you got a couple of ingredients, you figure shit out and you make something that is appealing to your family and it's full of flavor. It's the same thing. If I have access to raw material, I have access to a roaster, I have access to different methods of brewing, why wouldn't I experiment and play with what I can do, right? Like the idea of coming up with something fresh is to consume it fresh. I'll have you, sometimes certain coffees don't taste that good until I let it sit for a week, and then I'm like, oh, that's the spot.
Right.
But that's part of having a relationship with anything you do.
Right.
You play with it.
Right.
You try it this way, you try it in the morning, you try it different. That's the idea.
It's trial and error.
Right. That way you get the fresh coffee and then you guys play with it.
Yeah.
So all you need to worry about is where it came from. Every package has the name of the farmer. So you can Google these people. You can get that green coffee on your own if you want. We're not getting in the way. We're just facilitating getting you some fresh coffee. And right now we only work with Colombian coffee.
Oh, okay. I like that. You said earlier you're about 38 years old.
Yeah.
So you grew up same time frame as us,
exactly.
and we all carry that revolutionary spirit, that rebel spirit. You know what I mean? To A, find your passion. B, study the F out of that passion. Go back to the origin of it and study everything that came from it. That's like the Kobe in us. You know what I'm saying? And then take that and make it your own. Use what you have to make this thing into what you want it to be. Because where we come from, we're not always blessed with the materials that are exactly necessary. But like you said, you figure it out with what you got. Same thing we did, back in the day.
Yeah.
And then you pass it on.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
why I
mean?
brought my little guy, because I mean, I'm divorced and I have him every other weekend and every Wednesdays, right? So one of the things that he's been seeing is me in the hustle. I work full time. I work for T-Mobile. I manage call centers overseas. We have our side hustle, which is our coffee roasting. Smoke behind us. And I also develop and market people. I have also a small little marketing niche on the side, word of mouth. So when it comes to him, what better to show him the hustle than him seeing, oh, Dad's roasting this in the morning, or I see him tasting this, why is he doing that? And he brought his own brownies to sell today.
There you
So
go.
he was
There you go. Congrats, young king.
I'm trying to show him the ropes, man. Nothing's given to you. You got to go get it, and you got to be, like you said, educate yourself, go after it.
And like we often say, right now we live in an age where you have the tools at your disposal, that you can be anything you want to be, so long as you're willing to put that work in and you know, also be willing to go out there and expose it to the world. Because like we were saying earlier, you can study something and have the best product, but if it's only you enjoying it in your room, then it's not really going to benefit your business. But you take that hustle mentality and then you take those social skills and you go out there, and like I said, you speak of it with such passion and such knowledge, that when you're selling directly to the customer, you know, hand to hand, you can share that with them, and now they're like, like I'm excited to try the coffee right now. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, you're giving them something they didn't know before, and now they have the knowledge.
You
know what I'm saying?
So definitely props to that, man. I like this whole thing.
Right on,
here.
brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, and it's not easy because a lot of the people just want a cup of coffee. They don't want what goes behind it. And for us to be able to bring it this fresh, we don't have the luxury of buying a bunch of coffee. So it ends up being a little pricey in the front end, but there hasn't been a customer yet who's tasted it and says, wow, like, I don't like it. This is something I've never had, is what they say. This is fruitful. You don't have sugar? No, I don't need sugar. And then walk away. No sugar, no milks, just purity coffee.
And that's what it is.
And it's already nationwide.
No. This is a year-old endeavor. We just broke a year about last month.
Okay.
So we do ship to California. We got subscribers. California, Oregon. Oregon's a big coffee scene, so I'm proud of that. And then we have our local friends and family who subscribe. So it's very green, very fresh, no pun intended.
And is there like, when you say subscribe, is it like a monthly you get coffee?
Yeah,
like,
so
like a program like that?
Like a membership.
Yeah, so we have a membership. So basically is we offer 3 different sizes, 4 ounce, 8 ounce, and a 12 ounce. And we have little bundles, right? And the idea is, you know, if you want coffee, you have the way you make it at home. Sometimes you know that you go through 3 or 4 cups of coffee every other day, and you want to have it there, but fresh. So you subscribe, you let me know how frequent you want it, 1 week, 2 weeks, once a month, twice a month, whatever, which frequency you want. The type of coffee you want and how you make it at home. So that way I fine tune the roast to your profile.
Wow.
And then that way you subscribe. And the idea is if you subscribe, you try one bag one week, a different bag another week. And because these are small batches, the more product goes, the more variety we have, because we're only buying 50-kilo bags. You know what I mean? So that's the thing.
And like the big corporations, you on the other hand are direct to customer. You know what I'm saying? So, again, that's a huge plus. People don't see the value in that. You know,
they don't get it.
They don't get it. They just, like you said, they just rather have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you have basically, there's a price to pay to anything you do in your life, right? So right now, human culture is pay little and worry about it later. What that mean by that is, I get the jitters, I'm anxious, I don't feel good, I have a nausea, I'm gonna throw up. Well, you just drank shitty coffee with mold aside that's been sitting in the warehouse for I don't know how long. You're paying for it now. You didn't pay it up front, you paid for it later, you know? So we're trying to break that up. And I think a lot of the younger generations get it. Like, they wanna know what they're drinking. COVID flipped the shit upside down for people. They couldn't control what's going around other than what they do with their bodies. Like for me, I'm 1 year in being whole plant-based, which hasn't been easy. In my culture, it's all about pork rinds and things like that. Right on. And that all stemmed with us investigating coffee. What's in coffee? They put what chemical in it?
So imagine just coffee, imagine everything else.
Everything else. Yeah, so right now we're breaking through coffee, and we plan on having next year, we're going to get into cacao.
Oh, nice.
So they're both plants. They're both fruits. People don't realize that, and we're trying to bring the fresh stuff from Colombia. So the hot chocolate, the cacao from Colombia, more than 80% of the cacao that is made in Colombia is consumed in-house. Colombia is like number 3 in cacao worldwide, but nobody knows it because they're all drinking it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Guatemala is the number 1 cacao producer.
Wow.
Costa Rica is breaking into the coffee because of the climate change. That's the other thing that's messing up agriculture.
That's the other thing,
It's a bunch of stuff, guys, and I mean I can talk for it about, and that's every industry when it comes to agriculture.
The funny thing is, it's affecting everything, but everything goes hand in hand. Right. It's like you said with the deforestation, how it's affecting everything, you know, because they're getting the coffee. Everything is locked together, you know, everything is.
Yeah, and some farmers who are in a lower level are having issue with lack of water to be able to spray their crops,
right.
Or too much sun. So they're having to add different products to their repertoire. So like if you have a coffee plant, you might have a plantain plant because you need a shade to protect that coffee.
Right.
But then when you mix these plants, you have parasites that will fight over another one. So it's like it's messy and costly. Messy and costly.
Wow.
And that's why our logo is that we worship the coffee gods. And the coffee gods are the agricultures, los agricultores, the farmers.
Right.
These are usually men and women who've been doing this for generations. Picking by hand, walking up mountains. And if you see Arabica, the mountainous coffee, it's almost impossible to walk up through it. Like you need like some heavy stamina. So these people are like grinding day and night, and they get pennies because the big companies are like whatever.
Undervalued.
Big time. Big time.
Props to y'all for exposing that.
Yeah,
Props to y'all for providing that quality for your customers.
Exactly.
Props to y'all for doing your thing and actually, creating something, like I said, that you can pass down.
Yeah,
Something sustainable.
Props to the relationship that I see here. This is beautiful.
Yeah, man, that's dope.
Everybody make sure you check out puckerpunchcoffee.com and make sure you're following at Pucker Punch Coffee. And Rob, what's up with the brownies? What's the name of the company? Rob's Brownies? You think about it. You think about it, and when you get it, you come back up and we'll talk about it, all right?
Yep.
Thank you for being here, Brother Ness. Thank you.
Much continued success.
Word,
I'll
much
bring y'all that
success to
coffee in a little bit.
Oh, please. Thank you, brother. Thank you,
Rob.
Take it easy, man.
Thanks,
Jeez.
Peace, brother. All right. Welcome, world. We're back. And now we're sitting with the brother Pete from The Box Tacos Sandwiches.
That's right. What's
welcome,
up, my
brother
people?
Pete.
Thank you, bro.
First and foremost, I love the name.
Yes.
Super Latin, super Latino.
Yeah, bro.
right.
Little bit of that, yo.
Absolutely. What inspired you to open The Box, brother Pete?
All right, so I've been doing food, not professionally. I'm not a professional chef.
Right.
I've been cooking, grilling. My old man's from Argentina.
Okay.
My mom is
a paisano.
So my mom is from Honduras.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of everything that I grew up with, right? There was always tortillas, there was always bread, there was always pasta, there was always this, there was always that. I started cooking a long time ago, but I've been in the professional world doing other stuff,
right?
In the audiovisual world, in the hotel industry.
Okay.
And then I was doing very well. I was at the Essex House in New York, running the audiovisual department for a small company called SNS Staging. And then the pandemic came along, and it literally swept the rug out from under me. The actual truth, though, is that I was tired of the job.
Right.
I was not happy.
Right.
And that's not an indictment on the people that I worked with. It's an indictment on just the industry itself.
Yeah.
The level of stress. Like I was losing sleep because I'm dealing with these big events and all this stuff, and it just wasn't a world that I was cut out for anymore. And I was tired of the commute also. And then
that stress will kill you, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That commute is, you got to walk around. You guys grew up in West New York, Union City. I grew up in Elizabeth. I'm from Queens, New York originally.
Okay.
We know what the street is, and we know what the subway can be and the system. So my head was always on a swivel.
Yeah.
And again, it got tiring.
Right.
And then the pandemic hit, March. Everybody was like, "Yo, go take a back seat somewhere and let's figure this out." And then in November 2019, actually, if I could go back, a friend of mine brought it to my attention that he wanted to do something because he was tired of his job also.
Right.
He's a professional chef. Right. He has not walked away. He walked away from it. But we had already started this conversation. And then in February, I ended up in Georgia buying a food trailer.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a common theme that the pandemic put people under the gun and either
Yeah.
force you to, you know, fall back and kind of be fucked up in the game, or step it up and take on a new challenge, maybe something you were waiting to
Absolutely.
do.
It gave you the push you needed.
You got, it did, and you got to figure out the next move because nobody talks about the hotel industry and the hit that they took during the pandemic.
Right.
Everybody talked about hospitals, this, that, and the third. Nobody says shit about the hotel industry. The hotel industry was shut the fuck down.
Yeah, imagine that shit.
I was told 5 months maybe. You'll be back 6 months, 7 months. It turned into what it is.
Yeah.
And nobody mentioned it. Not the media, not nobody.
Yeah.
But it did allow me and afford me the time to just plan accordingly. The thing with my background being half Argentine was we weren't gonna do what I'm doing right now. We were literally planning on doing smoked meats because I do that.
Like a churrasqueria.
Like Texas style barbecue.
Okay.
Because I do that shit. I grill at home too. I'm half Argentine.
Yeah,
I'm a grill master general.
That's what you do. That's what we do, bro.
It's in my blood.
Exactly. That's what we do.
It's not just cholesterol coming out of there.
No. That's what we do, bro.
So yeah, and then I find myself on Craigslist finding something in Georgia and taking a trip down to Georgia, and then literally bringing that thing back from Georgia, and then literally sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck is the next move, because I don't know the industry.
Right.
I don't know nothing.
Wow.
I've been watching stuff on YouTube. I know how to cook. I know how to do this. I didn't even know where I was going and how this was going to happen.
And keep it real, sometimes YouTube will have you thinking you have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Yo, because I watched
Until
videos.
you get in front of
and then you got it in front of
Yeah.
you and you're like, oh, wait a minute, wait.
Yeah.
They didn't explain this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
You're rewinding like,
where's that
over,
part?
did I miss it?
Over and over and over and over. There's videos that I've watched so many times. So then at a certain point, it was like it was getting crunch time, and we're getting closer to summer, and I was like, all right, now I need to fucking figure out what I'm gonna do. And then it went from all those smoked meat sandwiches and this, that, and the third, which is too expensive for me to really start with.
Right.
And then I said, yo, I'm half Argentine, and what I do love is I love my choripan and I love chimichurri.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's stick to this. Let's keep it simple, and let's bring a twist to this. Argentines ain't all about the tacos, but the tacos exist in Argentina, and tacos are worldwide. So I said, let's do this shit. I was like, let me figure out something very simple that I could put together, and then we'll start to push it out to the masses. And I say the masses, but let's get there first, right? I don't want to sound conceited or anything.
Yeah.
It's been a journey, bro, and it's nerve-wracking and it's stressful. I lost a ton of weight during the pandemic. I put weight back on.
Right.
Since we've been up and running for about 3 months. Since we started, I lost a ton of weight again. And I'm hoping that I continue on that because it's a lot of work.
But now it's for you.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what I mean?
mine right now.
So if you're stressed out, it's over your shit that you control, that you're doing for you.
I'm more stressed out about what the cost of beef is going to be in 2 days.
Right.
As opposed to having to get to New York and deal with clientele and these other things. So that's where we're at, man. There's anxiety that's there. And then there's these things that you try to figure out, like how do I keep pushing and how do I keep going? But again, my pops taught me a lot. He's still working. My pops is my hero.
Absolutely.
And my pops is there for me. He's like, yo, Pete, keep going. And he know and there's no way to fail.
Right.
When you're doing what you love.
Absolutely.
And then the ego comes into it too, right? Once people taste your food and you're like, a little pat on the back of yourself, and then you're like, you know what? I am doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I just hope that I could keep going. And we just hope that by next year or 2 years, we have an actual food truck and not the trailer.
Right.
And then that truck goes everywhere and the trailer goes to certain events.
Right.
And then who knows where we'll be at in 5 years. Yeah.
Exactly.
The menu.
Branch off into private events, catering.
We'll keep adding to the menu. But not that we want to have a Bible of a menu either.
No, because what you're providing right now is comfort food.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be the best shit, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can bite into a choripan and go back to your childhood, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, yo, I'm coming back here
So like he would know. Like when people say choripan, some people are like, what? Like, certain people know. The thing with that choripan too is I found an Argentine butcher in Jersey City.
There you go.
Bro, Pampita's Meat Shop. Thank the Lord for those guys. Yeah. Because they make an authentic art. I couldn't find that around here. I could find Uruguayan sausage out the wazoo.
Yeah.
But it's
not the same.
It's not the same, bro.
It's not the same.
And this guy makes it the way it should be made, and I'm super happy to have that. And I'm happy that I can offer that because it is literally, he knows it's the street food of people's youth, of my father's youth. You go to the soccer stadium over there, and what are you eating? You're eating a choripan, papa.
It's like hot dogs at the ballpark.
That's what it is, right?
You know what I'm
Right. It's the Argentine version of the hot dog. We all know South America is all about pork. It's not just about beef. There's sausage everywhere you go. There's a variety of sausage. All of Central America, there's a variety of sausage.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry if people are offended by the pork talk. I know some people don't like eating pork.
It's all right.
But that's a choice, and you know, you got to respect everyone's choice,
bro.
how they rock or don't rock.
Yeah, man. It's you know, people ask me, they're like, are you going to offer a vegan or a vegetarian option? I was like, hell no. And then here we are. We are, like today I'm not, but there's days and certain events that they ask for it.
Right.
And now I'm offering a vegetarian vegan option.
Right.
And
you also don't want to like not get a demographic if it's available. You know what I mean? You don't want to shun people just because they don't want to eat.
And at the same time, you don't want to pigeonhole and put yourself in a box.
Because once you put yourself in a block, that's it. That's what it is.
That's what people expect you for. And if you do something different, they can be like, "Oh, you changed up."
Yeah. Straight up. I actually had to take off earlier today. Like we were set up, and I took off like at 3:30 because I got an event tomorrow for my brother Chino. Chino did the logo for me.
Okay.
Chino did these buttons too.
Oh, nice.
He made those sets. It's him and his girl's baby shower tomorrow. So I had to take off home to get the brisket in the smoker, prep the pork belly because we're offering them something very specific.
Right.
Because they've already had our options for another event.
Right.
So it's like one of those things. It's like, I had to take off today, and man, make sure that my pellet smoker's going, and I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight because if you know anything about brisket, that's a 14-15 hour cook, man, and if it comes out bad,
ain't no fixing it.
Nah,
bro.
Exactly.
There is no fixing it.
Yeah,
there is no fixing it. No, there isn't. There isn't. Definitely
these are good problems to have, though.
They are good problems, bro. They are.
It's good that you can have this going on, and you know, whoever you left there to manage.
Shout out to the two brothers that are with me, Pat Diffley, my brother Pat. I've known him for a long time. I wouldn't be where I'm at, right? Like, and mind you, like I said, we're 3 months into this, give or take, maybe just over. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without him.
Shout out to him.
That man has afforded me his time.
Right.
That. You know, time is the most expensive thing that we have, right?
Exactly.
We know
the most valuable thing.
It's the most valuable thing. You can't get that back.
Nope.
And he has afforded me so much of his time to help me out because he believes in me. He believes in the product. He believes in the situation we're in. He brought our brother Henry on, the guy that's on the griddle. I've known Henry Hess for a long time, and it's funny how things just happen, how it's like, Pete's got a food truck, he needs another guy for help. He's like, you want to come? Yeah, because Pat has known him forever too. And now I got these two guys that have been my right hands, and they're allowing me to prosper. And it's rough, right? Because not every day, when you're doing a public event, not every day's a good day.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you get to that point that, yes, every day is going to be a good day.
Right.
We've done a couple private events. This is considered a private event, but it's still not a paid event. Like we're selling as we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So these guys have been an amazing support. Again, and I run the ship like everybody's part of the ship. Everybody's part of the crew, and everybody's the captain.
Right.
I'm not here barking out orders. Do I like things done a certain way? Yeah, but they're part of. We're all learning this together.
Right.
And here we are. And shout out to Killa Seasoning for bringing us on to this.
Absolutely.
We had stopped by a few weeks ago, maybe like a month and a half ago, where they had another event just like this, and that they extended an invitation to us. So we're super happy to be here.
Dope.
There's a good nucleus of people around here.
No,
we definitely recognize that. and
Like these
notice
people
that.
right here.
Yeah.
These cookies.
Yeah.
Crack.
Everybody says
I'm dying to bite into this, but I'm saving it for the crib.
Yo, they're not doing any good for my diabetes, but you only live
But
once.
they're doing something good for your soul.
Yo, my soul is super happy.
Yeah.
My blood sugar, no.
Deal with that later.
Yo, but they are amazing. Latin Bites, Lou.
Yeah.
What an amazing brother to meet.
Yeah, what an amazing story.
When I met him, when we started doing our first event in like our first public event, weekly event in Roselle Park, he posted up there and we met him, and he's been an amazing support.
Yeah.
Where it's like literally, it's la cultura.
Yeah.
Somos Latino. We have to stick together. So he's like, he just started extending, like, I can't do a show. Are you available? I can't do. And that's the type of stuff that just helps everybody.
That's
it
real
really
collaboration
is.
right there. That's dope.
There can't be any hate. It's not a competition. I'm not here to compete with nobody.
Right.
I'm here to share. I'm here to share my love, one sandwich, one taco at a time.
Exactly.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And that bottle of chimichurri too. That shit's crack. So that's another thing, right? But that's where we're at, man. I'm super excited to have turned the page in my story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because now you're controlling it.
The initial conversation in November 2019 with my boy that kind of walked away from this. When we initially had the conversation, I told him, I was like, I'm definitely afraid to do this alone. I'm not a risk taker like that.
Right.
So that was November 2019. And I straight up told him, I was like, I'm so happy that you brought this to me, because I have been thinking about it, but I would have never pulled the trigger.
Right.
And then again, like I said, in February, we were picking up a trailer and all that of 2021.
Right.
So mind you, 2019 into February 2021 is when the ball started to bounce and roll.
Yeah. And you guys made amazing progress, considering you've only been out for a short period of time.
Yeah,
You know
it's happening. I mean, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah. Every day.
Right now, we're running. Winter's right around it's like Game of Thrones. Winter's coming. So now I'm definitely afraid of what winter's gonna treat me like. You know what I'm saying? Because things slow down. I get that.
Yeah.
Luckily,
people always gotta eat.
People always gotta eat. That's true.
Hell yeah.
The other support that I have is my other half, Olga. She left. She wasn't feeling well. Olga Corson. She's a teacher in Union.
Okay.
Fourth grade. She has been an inspiration and an absolute help to me. So. Also, without her, I wouldn't be able to be doing this.
Yeah, right.
And we've had a conversation. It's like, yo, winter's coming, so we need to figure out how these bills are going to get paid, if anything. But again, it's not like a lack of faith in what I can do.
Right.
It's just one of those things that there's a reality of what can possibly happen.
And as a hustler, you always have ideas that pop up. You know what I mean? You can do platters, daily dinners, prep.
Yeah, there's all that.
There's always stuff.
There's always something.
You're always gonna think of something.
Yeah,
and like I said,
Super Bowl's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Playoffs, people want food.
I mean,
Thanksgiving.
coming where we coming from, like we've said before, mad times, we figure shit out.
Yeah.
We figure shit out with what we got.
Absolutely.
And we make it work.
My brother taught me that a long time ago. My brother Joe. That's why I told you he's 2 years older than me, and he just became a father this past November.
God bless.
And he's always figured out a way, like it's always been me and my brother. And my brother's just always taught me, whether it was, here, listen to this CD, or do this, or do that. And again, right, I have people around me that I can't fail, bro. I can't fail. Again, we all get it. It's a slow process, but again, I keep saying the same thing, and everybody's probably sick and tired of hearing it. This shit's a marathon. It's not a race.
Fast money goes fast.
Fast money goes fast, bro. So one step at a time, and we'll see where we're at in a few years, bro.
Absolutely, keep grinding at it.
Yeah, man.
2 last questions.
Yeah.
Who taught you how to cook?
So that comes from both my parents.
Okay.
Nice.
Both my parents in TV.
Okay.
My mom is from Honduras. A lot of rice, a lot of beans. She officially fed me probably one of my 2 most favorite things in my life, beef tongue. I don't know if y'all ever had it. Una lengua guisada.
Oh yeah.
Lengua guisada.
Yeah.
So she made it, and I remember having that as a kid.
Yeah.
And it changed my life.
Yeah.
I still remember that day. To this day, I make it.
Yeah.
My dad gave me my first mortadela sandwich because my dad's from Argentina. A lot of that Italian shit. So I had my first mortadela sandwich from him, and I still remember my first one.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps. I'm a fat boy. Food is like
you
crack
made me
to
hungry just
Yeah.
this conversation.
Word.
So
I gotta go there. I gotta go there.
Word
I gotta
up.
go there.
So moms would always cook, and my pops, when he was freelancing back in the day, he was a photographer, but he was always freelancing, and he would come home, pick us up from school, go take us home, and then cook some. My dad always cooked too. So I always had both parents cooking. The grilling thing, that was every summer. We know how that goes.
Yep.
The grilling thing, I eventually took over. TV, I started watching a lot of TV, a lot of cooking shows. Like, I'm talking about legitimately just watching cooking shows.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
Ooh, thank you, brother.
Un cafecinho.
And then a pressure question.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
You mean like a celebrity or just in general?
Mom dukes, pop dukes, grandma. Grandma's usually the winner.
Grandma, may she rest in peace. She used to make me crepas, pancakes, Honduran style pancakes.
Thank you, my brother.
And she used to make tamales every Christmas. She used to make a big batch of tamales. She used to hand make her tortillas. So if anybody, it's those three people: grandma, mom, and dad. Okay. Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Without them, I wouldn't be who I am. And without them, I wouldn't have the cultural differences not differences, but I'm like the United Colors of Benetton over here.
Now
bro.
you mix that all together.
Yeah. I grew up with Dominican cats. I grew up with Puerto Rican cats. I grew up with black brothers. I grew up with everybody. I love food. Give me everything. Yeah. I love it all. Yeah. I love it all.
Absolutely.
I'm good, brother. I don't drink coffee, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro.
Ness, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Ness.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. One last question.
Hold up, before you say anything, you just brought me back with grandma. You said she used to make the tamales, so my grandma used to make that capurias. You feel me?
Capuria, yeah.
Every Christmas, handmade and shit.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think kids and grandmas nowadays is doing that. Like,
I think there's been a shift. In general. I don't want to sound like I don't know what's going on, but it's just I'm 44 years old now.
Yeah,
you and me both.
Things change, right? Like you get the older you get, you start to look at things differently,
absolutely.
And you start to notice a lot of things, right? You start to look at things differently. I'm not the one to talk. Do I think that things are different? Yeah.
Something's different. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. And I don't
Is
think,
it something in the air? I don't know.
I don't think these kids are getting that experience that we had.
Probably not.
Like, I don't know. That just makes me appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I
again,
kind of feel bad for them that they're not getting that. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that's not for. That's not to say that everybody is, right, because that's not the truth. But yeah, it's
like
just a weird thing, bro.
Yeah, not even to take the conversation totally off track.
No doubt.
But just an observation. Man.
Yeah.
That shit is shout out to Raised by Latinos. We were raised on that. You know what I mean? The Christmas get-togethers and grandma cooking it up all the time and
man.
Waking up, even just waking up in the morning and grandma chef up some oatmeal and some cafe.
Whatever it is, right?
Café con leche.
Café con leche, right?
Yeah.
So you're Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican, yeah.
So did your grandma put like lemon in the oatmeal?
No,
I heard this from a couple of cats.
I don't even think it was oatmeal she would make. What's the other thing? Arena.
Avena de maíz.
Yeah. So it wasn't even oatmeal. It was the Puerto Rican.
Did they put lemon in that? Little touch of cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon.
There was some cat at one of the hotels that I worked with, and he would make the oatmeal every morning. And everybody would be like, yo, my man's just making oatmeal. And they'd all rush down and be like, what's so special about it? Yo, puts a little touch of lemon in there. Okay. All right, if you say so.
Yo, it's that motherfuckers like we grew up on that shit, so we know the flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We grew up with these wonderful tastes.
I grew up in a household where every Saturday morning, what woke me up was the smell of the pernil.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Mom's was making pernil every Saturday morning, every Christmas morning.
Oh, exactly.
And that would literally
waft
and literally like Toucan Sam take you out of bed and you'd be like,
the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he floats to the pie and shit.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
For sure.
It's funny because and she still tries. My mom's she's up there in age and her health isn't the best, and it's like I gotta take over now. Like I feel like let me do that.
God bless.
So yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's been a crazy journey, man.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, man. It really is. It really is, bro.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're not working for somebody now. It's you.
It's me, bro.
You're the company.
Yeah. I am. Yeah, and we're and we want to. I'm serious about this.
Yeah. You have to. You have no choice right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm invested.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm invested.
And the beauty is you love it.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I do. I do.
You're passionate about it.
Yeah. Again, it's like that thing. It's like, yo, show me some. I want to show people part of my culture.
Yeah.
Like around here, like in the immediate area, when I was younger, there was a little bit more Argentines than there are now.
Right.
Like it's just few and far in between.
Right.
And you could go to any restaurant and get chimichurri on a steak.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna
It's
be
not
official.
gonna be official chimi.
It ain't chimi.
And then imagine, if you like. Shout out to my white people. Imagine these white motherfuckers when they get a taste of some seasoning and some flavor and shit.
Here's the thing I get a lot with my chimichurri. You know what chimichurri is?
Absolutely.
They're like, I could taste the cilantro.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Because there ain't no fucking cilantro in there, bro.
Idiot.
Chimichurri that has cilantro,
It's not chimichurri.
it ain't. It's something different.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the
Right.
exclusive. Yeah.
Because it's green and all that. I'm very old school when it comes to things. I like shit the OG way.
Right.
And that's why my chimichurri is called Big Pete's OG Chimi. Because it's the original,
Exactly.
it's the OG. It's what everybody had at the table
Exactly.
in South America or the Argentines over here. That's the OG chimi.
Exactly.
If you want something different, go get it somewhere else.
Exactly.
But if you want the official tissue, holla at the Box of Tacos sandwich.
E-sandwiches, man.
Brother Pete, thank you
My brother.
for stopping
One
through.
last question.
Yeah, no doubt.
my bad.
Since you're a huge Wu-Tang fan, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite member and why?
Man, bro, it's hard, bro, because I'm not the biggest Method Man fan, right? Everybody's like always Method Man.
Yeah.
They want to say Ghostface. I always liked Inspector Deck and You Got.
Okay.
Those were two of my favorite members of the Wu.
Okay. And they both got fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the deck losing the album and shit.
Yeah.
He got in and out of jail.
As a collective, I mean, they're an amazing unit.
One of the most amazing ever.
And then and I started watching that show not too long ago. That show on Hulu.
Shout out! They just signed up for season 3.
Yeah,
Final
it
season.
just got renewed and shit.
Yeah, that's
So they're
dope.
coming
Because
back.
I'm in the middle of season 2.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you just started, so
Yeah.
You still watching?
you're having a blast. No, because season 2 just ended, so
Yeah.
now I can binge it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start soon. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it, yo.
It's dope. You're gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it.
And shout out to the polo sweater.
Thank you, bro.
We are part of that.
Yeah,
So
we're all low lives.
I'm down with the Ayak brothers from over here. So if you know them, yeah, that's what's up, bro. This has been a delight. This has been an absolute pleasure, my brothers.
Thank you, brother. Brother
I
Pete, the
appreciate
Box
it.
Tacos and Sandwiches. Check them out. Come get your brother. I'm about to go over there in a second.
Yeah.
Brother
After
Pete,
that,
aka Pedrito Navaja.
there you go.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Good looking, my brother.
Thank you, guys.
Much
Thank you, brother.
success.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. All right, welcome world. As we wind down the evening, we're
right.
back with the host and the founder, the brother Killa season.
It's your boy Killa.
Now, I brought you back specifically, and I don't know if there's like surveillance out here and shit.
There is.
But we need the exclusive on the Killa seasoning special blend.
Okay,
And what's going on with that?
Let's talk exclusive seasoning. So, I'm gonna keep it real. We're working on something. There's a lot of interest in this seasoning. Okay, think enhancement of your food. You feel me? Put a very good all-purpose seasoning on your food to enhance your life. Right?
Enhance your mood.
Enhance your mood. Enhance how you feel.
The experience.
Enhance your experience. Make your vibe better.
Elevate
your vibe. Right?
For sure.
Right? Think about it.
Hell yeah.
The feedback has been phenomenal. We're in the early stages, but like I said, the feedback has been phenomenal. We have done some meals. We're going to continue to do meals. And we are trademarking some things currently.
Nice.
And we're hoping for a big push within the next year.
Good. Good. Congrats.
Yes. I appreciate
We look
it.
forward to that. I know we've tested and enjoyed the product.
I'm glad you did.
I'm gonna tell you off
Rave
air,
reviews.
Off here, what happened? It was phenomenal.
Glad to
Rave
hear that.
reviews, absolutely. Damn, who did I give some to? Oh, my sister strong-armed me for some.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong-armed. He says he was
That's why I
strong-armed.
didn't remember, because I was like, who'd I give it to? No, I ain't give it to nobody. That bitch came and took that shit. But nah, definitely rave reviews, man.
On my end is been getting phenomenal reviews.
Yes.
Like people love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They say they get stuck on the couch.
Yeah,
You
no,
dig.
we did too. Yeah, we
Wow,
did too.
that was part of my story.
Yeah, word up.
My wife was looking at me like, fam, you have not moved in 4 hours.
And you ate just a meal. Imagine.
No, I ate an empanada.
Yeah, they got put into some empanadas that the brother F Mom Duke.
Yes, I heard that story about the empanadas.
Damn, I think I was elevated for like at least a good 10 to 12 hours.
And that was the initial sample I gave to you.
Yeah, that was the early
But then you
version,
came
the beta
down
version.
when I was doing some meals.
Yes, and I got the bottle.
Correct.
That's what my sister housed.
She stole the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, strong-armed the bottle. Let's not call it a steal.
No,
she literally came in and strong-armed the bottle.
Because I was, you know what?
She straight Debo'd you.
I'm going to take the blame.
Straight Debo.
I'm going to take the blame because I was bragging about it.
She told you, no, but that's my bottle.
I was like, yo, I got this seasoning from my man Killa, and it got the special joint in there. And when I put it on the wings, oh, she said, you got the what? With the what? The what? All right. Next thing you know.
She said that's our bottle, but we'll keep it at my crib.
Yeah, I never seen it again. No more wings for me. But shout out to that, man, Killa. You know we look forward to that.
That's the future. Let's keep it real. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Billion, we're talking.
Exactly. And I don't know. I haven't been to like a dispensary or anything lately, but what you're offering, I've never seen.
It doesn't exist.
And I've seen everything for weed. I've seen weed Gatorade. I've seen weed pills for girls when they got their period, and weed some other shit. Them dispensaries have mad weed shit.
I've done a lot of research on this. There's some salts, there's some sugars, but do you want to oversalt your food? Do you want to oversugar your food?
Exactly.
There's one other seasoning brand I've seen, caught a glimpse of. I don't think they're on my level.
Nah, they're not fucking with the Killa seasoning.
I don't think so.
With the specials, you know what I'm saying?
Tell them to come holler at me and I'll tell them they.
Exactly. So Killa, man, we want to say we appreciate you for having us out here today. This has been a beautiful event. Shout out to all the vendors that you put together here, man. Everybody's been good people. Everybody's been super, down to just talk and chill and tell the story. You got a gang of fucking hustlers here. People that, when the pandemic hit, kind of had to choose.
And kick all of these people in the ass.
Exactly.
Straight in the face.
And everybody reacted.
Absolutely.
And everybody reacted positively.
Listen, let's keep it real. That pandemic was no joke.
Yeah.
Right? It punched a lot of people in the face.
Yeah.
Pick yourself up and run.
Yeah.
Understand your hustle and run.
Yeah.
Right?
That pandemic was like the fork in the road of life for
Correct.
everybody, and you can either go and fold and kind of bitch out, or you can go and do. A lot of people here, what they're doing now, they were intended to do.
It made you next level what you were into already, but you had to step it up another notch then.
Exactly.
Or fold.
Exactly. And like the idea was there for a lot of people, including us probably. But job, work, life responsibilities kind of keeps you conditioned to this lifestyle. And when that shit hit, it gave people the opportunity to be like, damn, but let me actually try this shit out and see what happens. So shout out to like the brother Lou, the brother Pete, Walter and Danny, the ladies, everybody that kind of just took that ball. The brother Killa Season, of course, for
this is a
putting this all together.
Phenomenal crew of vendors came out. These are guys I rock with. These are small local businesses that are on my side, so it's only right that I rock with them and bring them out to the public and let people understand who they are, and so they can grow and build their brand.
The brother Zach was telling us that his whole business started just from linking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Their whole business started. So the partner Tom hits me up one day, sees me on Facebook promoting my seasoning, hits me up one day and says, hey, I heard about your Killa seasoning. You got a seasoning brand. Yeah, I'm just starting, but I think it was like 2 to 3 pounds. I said, wow, like nobody, I'm just beginning too. So like, who are you that you're hitting me up for 2 or 3 pounds? Like most people say, I want to try a bottle or two. Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll deliver to you. He happened to live not too far from me. I pull up on him. It's like, yo, who are you? No, I'm working on this. We're pit masters and we're doing this, steady smoke barbecue thing. And I said, wow, that's crazy. Like nobody's ever ordered. He's like, usually I do my own seasoning, but I heard about you. You're local. Let me try it. Yeah. Fell in love. So as they help me build my brand, I help them build their brand. Right.
And look at
where we're at now.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
How many great vendors here? How many local small businesses that we can help grow?
All of them.
And everybody providing quality product.
Quality products.
That's the other thing too.
Everything.
It'd be a different story.
Yeah, we just had some coffee, fire. These cookies look crack.
Cookies
as
are
hell.
fabulous. The food
I'm dying
fabulous.
to go get a couple plates over here.
All the food vendors great. Each one of them this
I
evening
got
also
a
used
dope
the
ass piece of
seasoning.
art earlier.
Yeah.
Like it's a beautiful thing,
And
man.
it's all great people.
Yeah.
They are.
And look around, you see kids gathered up. I see a gang of kids with their parents and shit.
The
So
bar's
it's-
rocking.
Yeah, the DJ's been kicking it all day. So it's not only
It's a vibe.
the
It's
vendors,
a great vibe.
beautiful thing for the community.
That's it. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that.
Let's
brother.
build and grow. Let's build and grow as a community.
Exactly.
And not for nothing, man. Where the fuck is the news covering this shit?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of covering some whack shit. Like,
They'll feed you the BS all day.
Yeah.
Where's the news over here?
They're
Like,
never ready to
happened?
expose the positive and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They'll feed you the BS all day. But honestly, shout out to Union Police Department that came through.
Yeah,
my boy is
absolutely.
lieutenant. I threw some meals back to the police department.
Yeah, good.
Like we're doing good things out here in the community.
Yeah.
Come and eat this Killa season food. You
Yeah.
know, here,
Yeah.
take it back to the police department.
Yeah.
Let them know we're out here doing great things for the community.
Yeah, because cops be having events like a motherfucker, and they need catering and all that shit too. So
Correct.
Let them get down with these vendors and everybody. You know, keep it all in house. That's something that's again missing from society.
And as we discussed earlier, there was a little the UPD was a
Snafu.
little misunderstood at what type of vibe we were bringing this evening.
Right.
So we threw a bunch of meals back to the police department. Let them come out, pick up these meals, and see
Come out here and
what we're doing.
They hung out for a little while.
Understand,
Yeah.
this is not the crowd you thought we were bringing in.
Exactly.
We're grown and sexy tonight.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's right. God bless.
Yeah, man. So again, congrats on the
man.
event. Super dope. Thank you for having us here. We had
Listen,
a
I
blast.
appreciate you guys. Believe me.
We appreciate you.
Good luck on the Killa Seasoning, the remix version, which is much anticipated. You know what I mean?
The anticipation is through the roof.
Much success on Killa Season, the OG blend. Much success on anything else you do with Killa Season.
But
Damn,
we-
I just had an idea of like mad different Killa seasonings.
There's hella different Killa seasonings.
Yes, they got to be like a green one coming, a fucking orange one. Yo, Killa.
He wants colors per the holidays,
Rock
like
on,
a
exactly.
green
Hell
for
yeah.
Irish. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yo, it's all
green
about
and red
that
one.
marketing. But everybody, make sure you're following at Killa Seasoning. Make sure you're following at Coquitos by Range. Don't forget about the new Coquito ice cream that's on the market now.
Crazy.
How'd that come about?
Well, listen, my mind is always just turning and turning and turning. There's hella coquitos you can buy. Listen, we're in the metro New York City area.
Yeah.
Everybody and their grandmothers out here doing
Yeah,
coquito.
yeah.
But you know, I know I have a fire product, but let me try to get a little bit ahead. What can you do with coquito? It's a milk base, it's dairy based. This can become ice cream if you do it correctly and understand how this works. Started doing my research, invested in a good machine. Let's go. Now we have ice cream.
And now you produce it and package it yourself?
I produce it, package it. Let's go.
Wow, look at that. That goes to show you, like,
We are the great American
the
hip hop
hustlers.
debate.
Yeah,
That's hip
yeah.
hop.
Yeah, exactly. The
That's
hustle is
hip-hop.
super hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
seasoning is here. You know what I mean?
I'm all over the place.
Coquito's here, and then ice cream is here. Like, yo, that's so dope.
Listen,
But
you know the story already about the coquito.
Yeah,
I told
absolutely.
you, I went into that competition and literally was clowned.
Yeah. And you
I
bodied it.
told them I have a good recipe. I know I have a good recipe. There was like 22 contestants. Oh, don't worry about it. Nobody does well their first time
Yeah,
out. No,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Are you even Puerto Rican?
The naysayers
I'm
and
rocking the
shit.
Puerto Rico baseball Bernie Williams jersey.
Yeah.
I got the Puerto Rico Air Force Ones on. Now I'm honorary. I married into this shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
Puerto Rican, but
Yeah.
I know
By
Puerto
injection.
Rico. I know this. My father-in-law taught me a phenomenal recipe. I told him I have a good recipe, and they're clowning me. Go ahead with that. Like,
And look at you now. Now you're originating the coquito
Let's
into
go.
a new
Like-
market. You know what I'm saying?
build
Yeah,
better and
definitely.
bigger. Like, let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, rock on, Killa. Again,
Yeah, man,
thank
for
you.
sure.
Much success, much luck. Everybody, make sure you're following at Killa Seasoning, at Coquitos by Range, at GAHHD Podcast. This is the sign off from the Food Festival, Killa Seasoning's first annual Food Festival. We'll be back for year 2. Chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. And as always, somebody hit my music.